Welcome there, traveler. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
I honestly have no memory of what happened last session.
Neither do I.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
So,
Dragon.
Are we recording?
I am now, yes.
Previously, our heroes killed the vampires. Then, they went back to the inn. Narlag had a nasty surprise.
keep going! That's pretty good.
The next day, they followed up leads on how the vampires kept attacking the church. They found a gravedigger was being blackmailed.
Wait, sorry, didn't we do that the session before?
No,
this is
we killed the vampires the session before.
Oh,
the,
okay.
the session before was the last one I was here for.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
we-
remember now, the whole bones thing, yeah.
Bones.
Sorry, keep going.
I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, they were being
And back in
blackmailed.
Dragon Ball Z announcer.
We then power up.
Narlag decided he would distract him while Wyu and Ulrich went off to go fetch some bones for a swap. Wyu then started an impromptu parade.
That happened.
They went to the house, got the bones, didn't need those extra bones. And the man turned himself in.
But hey, free bones.
Free bunch.
Also, Wyu got a nice sword.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the
That
sword
didn't make it as
yeah,
far
yeah,
as
yeah.
the item list.
Yep.
I think it was just like a nice sword.
It was
right?
a nice sword.
Cool.
You got a whole Gandalf thing going on.
Yeah. And it holds
I can't remember what we did after that.
Took the bones
One of
back,
you guys
returned
put
them,
up
and
the
that
thing
was...
about how Gandalf was actually a really high-level warrior.
Yes, I think I posted that. Yeah.
I think you also mentioned it in one of the recordings more recently as well, because I remember having to edit it out. Because it was long, it didn't go anywhere, and
No, yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Look,
It's
you
just
edited
family
out the
is-
long not going anywhere things out of these. Well, what's
Previously.
What's left, Brian? What's it all about? This is a nice little setup with the iPad and stuff.
the layout of D&D Beyond is so much better on a tablet than phone. It's great.
Or I'll fucking get one then. Jesus. Oh, fine.
Get off his
Oh,
dick
God.
already.
Not on his dick.
not yet.
If I get a tablet, will you?
It's a long game. Who knows what's going to happen?
But yeah, you guys got the bones back to the church, and if I remember right, one of the last things you were planning to do was take Irina to Blinsky's.
The clown.
That still didn't happen
The
last session.
fucking
We
clown.
talked about it for so long, we still didn't do it last
You know,
session.
I'm actually kind of glad because it means Rin's here. And he gets to go, why are we here?
See, I imagine your character was just doing that for the entirety of last session.
I imagine he was sitting in a corner playing a flute for a lot of it. That was the joke I had to Ryan, is that the sessions where Rin's not around, he's just spontaneously doing a vow of silence.
Does he explain this to anyone?
How would he do that?
How would you do that when you're silent?
You wanna come up with a system of blinks?
Sure.
Jesus, Mitch, think about this.
My guy has telepathy. He can take a vow of silence if he wants.
Are you really taking a vow of silence, or are you still talking at people with your brain?
You're not speaking.
I mean, that's no.
Is it
That's,
also-
A monk under a
That's
vow
not
of
how
silence
any of
doing
this works.
sign language. Is that kosher? Can they do that?
And do you have to stealth everywhere?
these and other questions will not be answered in today's session.
All right, so
Or
yeah,
you were just powering up. It was, if we are going with the whole Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah, I like that.
6 months later.
one single capillary in his eye.
Oof, I've seen that happen.
Okay, so what are you planning to do? The day is yours.
So we're in the church.
Oh, and we need to kill them out.
The what?
We're in the church.
You're in the church.
Why do you need to kill John Mayer?
I mean, I'm into it. I just want to know. Like, what's your reason?
Well, let's be honest. He deserves it.
Oh, I got some editing to
I
do.
don't
Got to
actually
edit out a premeditated crime.
I don't think it's a crime to kill John Mayer.
I don't actually know who that is, so.
To all the John May fans listening, I want to apologize to you for being John May fans. You didn't need that.
Oh, the one thing that about you guys captured the coffin maker. He admitted having the bones, and the guy with the weird arm, Isaac, took him from you guys to deliver him to the town's lord, the Burgermeister.
Yeah.
We just accepted that was going to happen, right? We weren't following up on that. We seem
We'll probably
reasonably
follow up
confident
on
that
it
it's
just in passing when we go and kill the mayor and all the
Sorry,
burgomaster.
when you say mayor, you mean the Burgermeister.
Burgomaster, sorry.
Okay, and I'm gonna act like Rin was just not around, and what he's coming into this. Why exactly are we killing the Burgermeister?
We came to the conclusion that he's clearly evil. and
He says
needs to be.
we.
You
no, we all did. I'm pretty sure.
I don't believe we
It
actually
was
did.
definitely a royal we on that one.
when you said that, when you said that, I'm like, and did the rest of you come to the conclusion, or is this Ulrich
sure we
deciding
did
everybody
last
is
session.
evil?
I don't believe we all came to that conclusion. He's a bit suspicious, but otherwise we have no cause to kill him.
I'm with you, Ulrich. Let's go.
I mean, we'll do it after we've done the whole Blinsky thing, because he may be in league with Blinsky.
Oh, we're gonna go murder a clown first. Cool.
Yeah.
We must murder that clown.
I like how you're perfectly happy to go and murder this probably quite innocent guy, and yet the guy who's clearly maybe
He's a
entirely-
clown.
Yeah. Well,
He is a horrifying looking clown.
Nothing more happen with that last session?
no,
There
We're
were-
about to go.
When the bones were stolen, there was 3 suspects.
There was an hour of this whole stealing of the fake bones that never got used.
So now he's just carrying his
I like to
second
think it's going to come up in season 2. This is a head fake. You think it's going to be the big bad.
It's
not.
Chekhov's bones.
And then Chekhov's bones.
No,
it
3
wouldn't be
people-
on the wall unless we're going to use it.
So you know about the whole thing with the bones. The altar boy of the church had been told the story by the priest just, about the fact that there were bones below that granted protection to the church.
He then told everybody.
He told
Even though
3
the priest,
people.
even though the priest specifically told the altar boy, this is a secret. Between me and you, you're not allowed to tell anyone. The little shit ran off and told an adult like a fucking tattletale.
That's probably for the best. I mean, all things considered.
Oh, this is
I don't
so-
take your point.
there was 3 people he told. He told the undertaker of the church.
Who we
He told
interrogated.
the half elf
Who we kind of vaguely
in the
interrogated.
tavern.
Barty
The
McBardison.
bard.
Who just got sick of us and was just like, no, I didn't do it.
He seems like a prick. Frankly, we had a brief encounter with the
bard.
half-elf prick.
I,
He seemed like a
didn't
prick.
didn't he express he expressed an interest in vampires or something? So he's probably a vampire hunter or
He's a
something.
vampire enthusiast.
And then they also mentioned that Blinsky had been told about it as well.
So
But
more
they-
evidence
But
piling up.
they followed
the
the lead and talked to the half elf bard first, then talked to the undertaker, and then found out, and then didn't have any reason to go to Blinsky after that other than creepy dolls. And they want to murder clowns. Just so everyone look at his sweet face and his little pet monkey. If you take the monkey's father away from him,
Why does the monkey have clown makeup?
it's not clown makeup.
That's how those monkeys look.
It's fur.
I think no.
Look closer. Look closely. Look at his cute
you wanna-
little eyes.
That monkey's straight up wearing insane clown posse makeup, and I will hear no different.
Okay, so we'll kill the monkey.
Munkalo.
We'll leave the creepy guy because he's probably not up to anything. But the monkey's gotta go.
Well, maybe the monkey's in control.
Yeah, I was about to say
Maybe it's a demon monkey.
So
I
have
think
we
it
already
is.
spoken to Irina about her coming with us, or
I
Let us
don't
go-
believe you had.
let
I
us
think
go
a
and fetch
No, we
Irina.
had.
Had you talked to? I can't remember. I know you talked to the priest about it, and I think she.
And
may have-
we told her and she
Yeah.
agreed, but we
Yep.
haven't organized to actually go there yet.
By the way, I'm up for it, man. Rock and roll. Wya's got no reason to be a part of this, at all. I'm honestly having a hard time coming up with a story thread for being in on this. It's a creepy guy, but so the fuck what? If anyone wants to pitch me a thing, please, because otherwise I'm going to be like dum-dee.
There's a man who makes creepy dolls of Strahd and Irina.
Yeah, I'd like to find out why, because
Yeah, that's something that would raise concern among a noble people.
Well, this whole town is batshit.
Yes, but
like literally everyone we've encountered, and I'm including you guys in this, is insane.
wait, we haven't had much
And you as
interaction
well,
with her, have
apparently.
we?
I mean, number one, right off the bat, I can't be throwing stones in this glass house.
Do our characters know her backstory?
We had that whole thing in the church where we were barricading up with them, so I imagine that like we've had some exposure to Irina.
Yeah.
She was like on our team when we were fighting those.
But like more like the backstory of how Strahd kind of wants her. Like we knew, our old characters knew that.
You would have so the threads seated in the previous group are there. She mentions that she stays in the church at night because she feels it's the safest place.
Start being regularly attacked by vampires.
Before the vampires started attacking regularly, it was providing the most protection until the bones were taken. It was been the safest place she'd been in.
Because aside from fucking murdering a clown, our next step is to head south to the elves.
But essentially, anything to do with her and Strahd together, we should probably be wary of. And the fact that he's making puppets of both.
I mean, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
We just returned the bones to the church.
Yep.
So we're in the church right now.
Yes.
Where Irina is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, let's play that out.
We're talking
Yeah.
like directly in
I
front
think
of
that's
her,
pretty
like,
much what
using
we
her
decided at
name.
the end
She's
of
like
this.
real freaked out, but we are just like ignoring her talking about her. Bitch, we're talking about you, not you.
Yeah. But I think we decided at the end of last session that's pretty much what would happen. So yeah. So yeah, we mentioned.
Well,
we're going to go and talk about
I believe we should quickly investigate this and perhaps move on
Yeah.
to the Elvish monastery to the south. But I don't believe it will take us very long to murder this clown. So we should.
Irina, would you like to come with us and help us murder a clown who's making odd effigies of you?
roll for charisma.
Trust me, I'm quite intrigued as to why anyone would be creating things with my likeness. This is creepy.
Was it her in a wedding dress or was it just her?
I don't know.
There were several dolls in different stages of construction.
So you're going to say dress then, and I was just not in a place for that.
No, they're all naked.
New Irina real doll.
Oh no. Oh,
Okay,
no.
continue.
Let's just move on from that
Yeah.
run rapidly. But they're
Blinsky and the real girl.
weirdly enough, his first name is Lars. No, no. There were several ones that a bunch of ones where like just the head had been made, and some other ones where the body had been finished out. Other ones where some clothes had been created for them. There was one that was looked like it was packed up and ready to be picked up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm more on board with this.
Okay, let's go and talk to him.
Well,
It shouldn't take.
$5 in
Yeah,
the state.
it shouldn't take more than half an hour
That's
out of
too
that
many
day.
dolls.
Let's go and do it.
Also, Rin doesn't have like detect magic or any shit like that. So like that place has been all shiny with eldritch shit.
Did you live next
Was
to
I
an
there when
eldritch
you
shit?
went there?
What?
Was I there when you went?
No, that was when I was buying my flute.
Okay.
When I was off doing dumb shit.
I was going to say, because, yeah, I think I probably would have done a Detect Evil or something
I
like
thought
that.
it was a recorder.
It's a flute.
It's a flute.
For all intents and purposes, it's a flute.
As we're walking there, Rin starts playing.
Oh god. Oh god!
It does not go well.
It's my performance.
Do you have proficiency?
I do have a proficiency.
Yeah, but he hasn't rolled high every time he's done it.
So I'm a +2. I got a 5.
Oh, God. That might be one of the highest rolls you've made.
No, the highest roll is 13, I think.
He was so pleased with himself. Look at his face. He's so happy.
It has been a while since I have played the flute. I am a little rusty.
It's been like 12
We
hours.
can tell.
That isn't something that needs to be said with words.
He's saying that this.
You're really able to convey a lot through your music.
He's saying this while he's still blowing on the thing.
The
as well.
sense
Like
that
between
you aren't
notes.
very
That's
good
why
at it.
it's sort of disjointed. Like toot toot toot. I'm not very good at this right now.
Yeah.
I apologize. Toot toot toot.
Okay.
He's got to get better, Ryan. He's got to get better at it.
No, he's
I hope. Sure.
I'm not
believe-
sure mechanically how.
Law of averages, he has to like start at least improving on these rolls.
He may get a good roll from time to time. That doesn't mean he's getting better.
Tell you what, one of these days I'm going to roll a 20 and it's going to be this breathtaking sonata. Then you'll be sorry.
No, we won't be. I think we're sorry now.
Crossbar.
Okay, it takes you about half an hour to get across town from the church towards the eastern side where Blinsky's toy store is. Standing outside, again you see the wooden sign hanging in the shape of a rocking horse with a big B engraved on both sides.
So disgusting.
Inside, from inside, you can just hear this the sounds of like tapping. It sounds like they're like working with like small with a small hammer.
We go in.
This is the place that I mentioned earlier.
Dave's gonna like float above the building. Just keep an eye on the outside.
It's a two-story building that looks like from Dave's perspective, it looks like the bottom floor is the shop, above is his sex place. It's one of those upstairs sex dungeons.
It's very
I've
progressive.
seen one.
That doesn't surprise me.
Both Narlag and I.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so who's heading in first?
I'll turn second.
I'll go in.
I will also go in. I'm not sure why I'm saying this in character.
Rin announces himself walking into a room.
I just imagine you're standing in the street where we've already walked off, and you're just going, "I will also go in," and then walk in.
Okay, so yeah, you're heading first. The as you open up, the little bell above the door rings, and then you hear this sort of screeching sound from your right hand side, as a small monkey sort of bounds from a shelf top and sort of lands on your right shoulder.
On my armored right shoulder.
Yes.
Cool, the monkey.
Oh man.
Be careful, you are being attacked.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
No, it's gonna look at that monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pet it.
It's sort of you can feel around the back of your neck. You've got the tail sort of wrapping around the back of your neck, and it's looking like head sideways, and then like reaching out, like tapping a couple of the larger teeth that are even with your mouth closed are sort of exposed, and it's like sort of an inquisitive monkey chirp sound. I guess what's the word for monkey sounds? Inquisitive monkey sound.
That's the name of my punk band.
It's a ska band.
No, it's a ska band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. There's no way that's not a ska band. So you were looking at monkey, were you?
Yes.
In what way are you looking at monkey?
Is there anything unusual about the monkey other than it's a monkey?
Does he have a staff
in this
and a cloud?
land?
He's wearing a fez and a little vest. No.
I was gonna say I want that monkey.
I mean, aside from the juggalo makeup, I swear.
Is he doing kung fu moves and has a staff and a cloud?
You know, I never felt the need to ask this, but this needs to be cleared up. Are you not down to clown? Oh my god.
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Oh wow. Okay. I shouldn't have asked. Friendship over, I guess.
It's been a good run, I guess.
I look at everyone and say, someone appears to have lost their child.
Is that how you view humans?
How did you know I was talking about a human?
Like honestly, I get it. I can't even take offense. I got an uncle.
Shopkeeper.
So, anyway, in what way were you looking at assessing this monkey?
Like I said, is there anything unusual about it other than the fact it's a monkey?
What sort of role are you putting to this? In what way are you evaluating? Are you looking whether it's magical? Are you looking at investigating? Are you doing a nature
Particularly
check?
sexy
Actually,
monkey.
Probably animal handling or nature. Just
Probably
to,
in nature.
yeah, to go like, is this an unusually intelligent monkey or is it like
Magic monkey.
yeah? Magic
I put up my arm and see if it wants to hang off my arm and like spin around.
That's a bad roll.
That's an 8.
That's an 8 total.
Yes,
It's
a
monkey.
Rin is getting frustrated with the fact that we're preoccupied with the monkey right now. He's going to grab Irina by the arm and like pull her through to like the counter where the puppet's being made. Is Blinsky there?
Yeah. Blinsky, as you guys have come in, he's you heard him sort of put his tools down and is sort of watching the whole monkey examination process in the doorway with a sort of quizzical smile on his face. He's quite enjoying the sight. It is entertaining.
You don't get a shoulder monkey if you're not going to enjoy people looking at your shoulder monkey.
That's a good point.
You know.
But Rin is going to grab like Irina by the arm and like brusquely go up to the counter and be like, "Explain yourself."
You're gonna point at the dolls or anything?
Yeah. Are the dolls like? Could I reach any of the dolls from where I am?
They're behind where you can see the tools laid out. You can see that Blinsky has been working on another one of these dolls. There is the upper arm and articulation's been attached on one, and the lower arm is still sitting on looser threads.
Here's what I'm picturing, and tell me what kind of roll I would need to do, or whether it's remotely possible. Can I jump over a counter and grab one of the Irina dolls and then like hold it up next to Irina?
Yeah, you can do that.
You're
You don't
a
even have to
monk,
jump. You don't even
man.
have to jump the counter. It's a desk, maybe a little bit longer than this table we got here, that you can walk around. But if you want to jump the counter, you're a monk.
He's a monk. Yeah.
I would like to jump over the counter and do
Parkour.
If you're doing it in a parkour style, yeah, that'll be acrobatics. If you want to do just like
fuck it up. Oh god, fuck it up.
that. I got a +8 to acrobatics. I got an 11.
This is not a hard effort. I wish it was a much more challenging thing because watching you fall on your ass would be hilarious.
That would have been quite funny.
But
It
yeah.
could have been a cool flip. Instead, I knocked a bunch of stuff over while I did it.
Okay.
But yeah, grab the Irina doll, hold it up next to Irina's head, and be like, "It's not just me, right?"
no, you definitely make a good point. Are there any doors behind the bench?
Yeah, there is a door.
You mean
Is
can
it-
escape?
Is it open?
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Blinsky's sort of looking at this and like, and he's got a bit of a shocked look on his face. Not too many people just vault his counter, grab work that he's working on, and then compare it to one of the other clientele.
Rin's got backup now.
But he's also looking at this and looking at the doll and then looking across at Irina and has this roll insight.
All of us, or just
Probably just him.
22.
Nice.
He looks genuinely shocked, puzzled at the fact that you seem to have brought in the.
Inquisitive monkey noises.
There we go. Now put some trumpet to it. There's your touch. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Inquisitive monkey voices.
I'm probably still playing with the monkey.
Meanwhile, yeah, the monkey is basically it is looped its back feet and tail around your thing. It is just basically doing like little like loops around your.
Oh, that's awesome! I'm just like giggling and being like, yeah.
I've never seen that man smile
yeah, so-
before. It's so terrifying.
Blinsky's looking between these two, and it's just like he's got to look at shock that the real life version of his dolls has walked into the shop, and he's like, young friend, who is this? And then he sort of comes around the table and comes up to Irina and is like, my lady, I am I am Blinsky. Who might you be? And Irina's just sort of like looking at this doll and then looking over and just like the blood rushing out of her face. She is kind of freaked out and stunned silence.
This here is Irina. She is the daughter of the Burgomaster of Barovia. You've been making dolls of her likeness, haven't you? Explain yourself.
He sort of stammers back at you. He's like, I've been creating these dolls from descriptions and rough drawings.
He's a skilled craftsman.
Who from?
You see his eyes sort of like darting around, shifting around the room and looking around me.
He's got a gun!
No, the monkey's got it.
He's looking over in your direction because I think you're still by the door.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't move very far in, and now I'm playing with a monkey. So yeah.
He looks over towards the door. Is like, Big Lizard Man, can you lock the door behind you and bring Piccolo over with you?
The monkey's name is Piccolo.
Yes.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Are we leaving this room? I lock the door.
Yeah, it's just a slide bolt. The monkey sort of responds when he hears that name said and sort of jumps off your arms, just like scampers
a fighting pose.
No, it's just like scampers across the floor and then jumps up, then runs up the side of Blinsky and sits up on his shoulder.
Oh,
I
like that monkey. If we kill him, can I have the monkey?
No.
I said this out loud.
No,
He-
you can't.
Blinsky starts to walk behind back behind the counter and then starts shuffling through like papers and bits and pieces that are nearby. There's a couple of like hand sketches that have been put up on like little easels. That is, you can see he's been sort of working from to try and get these dolls proportions and everything right.
You're
And-
a very skilled craftsman.
Well, thank you. I've been doing this for some time. I've always.
You're creepy as fuck. But you're a skilled craftsman.
How am I creepy?
You see her, see the dolls. Like,
I had no idea I've been creating these in the image of someone that's actually in town.
And it would be different if they weren't in town?
I see your point.
A rare good point.
No, it's okay. They were never supposed to know.
I'm never
Regardless,
supposed to meet them.
regardless, who's been requesting these dolls?
Well, if I tell you who they are, I can't stop making them. He's threatened to burn my shop down if I stop.
Irina, is this okay?
What, to burn the shop down? What do you...
Regardless, either way.
If that is a concern here, we can burn your shop down right now.
sort of,
You are the most unintentionally terrifying man I have ever met.
he sort of shakes his head like, oh, no. I'm doing this because I don't want my shop burnt down.
if we burn down the shop,
I'm
can
sorry, I was not clear. I was making a threat upon your belongings and worldly possessions.
Why? I am just trying to bring...
Please answer our questions.
I'm
While
just trying
he
to...
pipes up from like back, like way back in the show where he's like poking around. His arm just goes up. It is a flame. Are we? Is this?
This
we-
is-
He's like, whoa.
We're playing good cop, bad cop, wizard cop.
This is no place for fire right now.
There's no place for fire at any point.
What if you want to have? What if you want to have a smoke?
I go out the back. In the street. I don't want to burn my shop down. I use this place to bring joy to all the children and people of the town.
Could have fooled me.
I might need to make a roll. I'm going to rip the head off the doll that I'm holding.
Okay.
Is that a roll?
No, it's a doll. Little kids can do that to their sisters' dolls.
Yeah.
Mitch did it to his sister's doll last week. I don't know why they did this. This is like, actually, the roll will be intimidation.
I don't have a good intimidation.
With advantage.
11. Oh, okay. 18.
18. You hear him make this audible, that exact sound. And some of it is like, quality work, because everyone's acknowledged the likeness from pencil sketches and descriptions is incredible. It's like,
Rin had to check himself after a second to make sure it was actually the doll and not Irina. No.
she's a little bit bigger than this. But
Irina's neck didn't snap when he did that, right? That's not, that's not the game we're playing.
Meanwhile, she's just like collapsed.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably should check that out.
Then he shrieks slightly and then starts sort of running up and like grabbing the pieces and he's just like trying to like see what you've broken inside and it's like it's trying to hold the head back together. Places on his desk and is like, how long have you people been in town?
Roughly a week in total for Rin and myself, and
So
different.
you
for the
surely
others.
by now will have run into Mr. Strasny.
What is
I don't know.
Would I know his last name?
And Blinsky sort of follows up like, Izek Stransy.
Oh, Creepy Hands McGee.
I immediately go, yes! Awesome, we get to kill him. Cool, we get to kill him. He's the right-hand man of the Burgomaster. Or the left-hand man, I guess. I don't know, he's got a weird arm.
So, Creepy Hands McGee has been asking you to do this.
He's been asking would not be the way I would describe things. He has demanded I create these dolls from,
He's asked for
pictures
some
of-
goods in exchange for the service of not burning your shop down.
not the most reliable of mercantile ways of doing things, but
It is a trade of good and service.
you have an interesting concept of commerce.
It's not exactly a fair trade, but it is nonetheless a trade.
But he has, been collecting one of these dolls each month for months now and has upcoming orders for, I've been working on another 5, including one that he's due to pick up in a couple of days.
Do you know any more
That
details other
is-
than the fact that he wants them? Like, do you know what they're for?
Absolutely no idea. He comes in with these sketches and asks me, tells me to create these.
That is insanely creepy.
And these are of multiple people. This isn't just Irina. This is
No,
of multiple.
It's all I
It's all Irina.
So he just
Okay.
has a giant Irina doll collection.
Well, so far he's collected 7.
That's any more than one is a giant collection.
One like wearing a swimsuit, and one's wearing like evening wear. One has a pool house.
One has Coke advertisements.
One's an astronaut.
One comes with a
one's a
boyfriend.
doctor.
What do we want to do?
I am not able to tell if there is anything magical going on here. Perhaps one of you gentlemen.
Detect magic.
I think we did detect magic in here before, didn't we?
I was fairly certain we did, but he's saying he doesn't have detect magic.
No, I
he
was.
was the only one in the shop.
Yeah.
I was fairly certain that we did.
But you don't. Well, yeah, he doesn't have detect magic. So
If you don't have detect magic, I don't know how that could have happened.
I'm not a-
I was
I'm not a
certain
wizard.
there's detect magic in here.
Here I am. I'm not a wizard.
This one, you're not a wizard. Looking around there, there's nothing innately magical in this place.
There is nothing innately magical in this place.
I just wanted you to said that.
There is an echo, but there is an echo.
Echo?
tell you what, Blinsky. Try and make these as badly as possible.
You see him sort of like hold his hands up and at his chest and like he's been deeply offended. And like,
Sir.
why would I
Have you heard of this? Have you heard of the style of caricature? Try and make the nose exaggerated, the eyes oversized, the ears enormous. Just vary it so it's as inaccurate as you can make it while not being completely inaccurate.
You know, like a Bratz doll.
Okay, we're trying to inadvertently kill Blinsky now. I understand. Okay.
What I'm saying is, do your work, but don't do it as well as you have been.
I think we should just threaten him to stop doing this thing. If doing the thing is creepy, maybe he shouldn't be doing the thing.
We can't be acting against the captain of the guard just yet. At least not openly.
Really?
I mean,
Why not?
of course we can.
Yeah, we can easily do that. Like,
I was actually going to suggest that be the next thing.
yeah, in fact, yeah,
I kind of just assumed it would be.
Yeah, I just assumed we'd just be going and like.
Does Dave notice anything strange happening outside the building?
Other than a gazer.
It's pretty strange.
That is strange.
It's not strange to Dave.
Granted. From outside, yeah, he saw the door get closed and locked. Other than that, there is, you can hear the sounds of. He's got reasonable hearing as well. Or, yeah.
Does he have ears?
He can talk, so probably. I don't know where they'd be. I should let's look at the picture of him.
They hear through their butts.
No, I can't see any ears on him.
You can hear the sounds of someone announcing to a group off towards the city square. Not enough, enough that you can hear sort of that the fact that they're calling out to a crowd, like they're talking to a gathering, but you can't make out what they're actually saying. And you can see a few other people sort of going around taking down some of their decorations from the last festival.
Okay.
And gearing up
Dave's going to
for
start.
the next one.
Dave's going to start hovering over there until he can start to sort of hear him. Trying to stay out of sight.
Okay. And it's sort of just like ding, 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 hide a chimney. Ding, 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 ding.
Just little eye stalks poking out.
It's doing the little thing with like tweet, tweet. There's three on top of each other.
Yeah.
He like telekinesis up like a roof plate to hold in front of him.
Like dives into like a barrow full of straw, and just one of the stalks comes out like a periscope.
There's so much we could do with this.
Yeah, all of that happens.
Okay. You get close enough to the. Well, Dave gets close enough to the city square that he can sort of peer over one of the rooftops and set up at the stocks, which you guys saw before. You see a large gentleman. I'm trying to bring a picture of him.
It was a set of stocks with a
yeah,
magic lock.
it was the stocks that Wyu went to and like looked at the lock and he's like, oh, it's magic.
Oh,
I'll just leave that.
but not like super magic.
I thought you stole it.
No.
Okay, so I say large. I'll refresh slightly. Average height. He's got sort of wiry grey hair that runs just past shoulder length. He's wearing quite nicely made like robes of station.
Coffin maker.
Either side, next to him is Izek. And flanking either side of them are these two large mastiffs. And in the stocks now is the coffin maker, and the older guy is announcing to the crowd, essentially just saying like, this man is being caught for defiling sacred grounds, and shall remain in the stocks for 5 days, and finishes off the speech with, all will be well, and then sort of waves across to the crowd, and then turns and walks off the back of the podium, and followed closely by Izek, who sort of somewhat like bowedly scurries behind him, and the two dogs sort of flank either side.
Did you tell us any of this?
I tell you guys that what's his face is now in the stocks, but nothing really else important.
Well, so what do we do with this guy?
I think
Because he can probably stop making them now. Because to be honest, like Izek's not going to be an issue in say half an hour.
I think I would turn to Irina because we're just doing this for the sake of like this is a weird thing to do to Irina. So I think turn to Irina and say, what do you think we should do?
Might throw it back at the DM.
There's,
Cheers.
there's someone that's not a player making a decision. What the fuck, man?
I mean, but that's the.
Do you want these dolls for yourself?
I think that's the next level of creepy of having dolls of yourself around the house.
There's a level above.
Hey, there's
and
no
it's-
point
you're gonna use
wasting
all those
good craftsmanship.
It's for a thing.
No one's going to start looking around, see if there's anything else in the shop that's like interesting.
Oh, yeah, because you haven't been here before, have you?
No. Yeah, are there
You
any-
remember the descriptions of things that are around there, right?
They agree.
But anyway, Irina's, because you addressed that point, didn't you? You asked a question, didn't you?
I did.
You did? Irina's like, I would like for this to stop, but
In that case,
Blinsky's been a treasure to this world for this land for years. He's created.
So perhaps we just break one of his hands.
Why would you? No.
Okay.
Let's go to the
Both
source.
it is then.
Let's go to the source.
How about just one finger?
Rip. I
Full
think perhaps
body.
we should go to what was the guy's name?
Izek?
Izek. I believe we should take this man into Izek. But first, we should destroy all of these sketches and all these works in progress before we leave this place now.
I'm looking at you.
What do you mean when we take this matter to Izek?
that wasn't actual fire. That was illusion.
Ooh.
You don't have.
It's a woodworker's shop. I'm not gonna. Come on, man. He's an idiot. He's not
Yeah, but
an
it would be
idiot.
controlled fire. But it hasn't. Either way, I'm still looking at you
yeah,
because to
we
me
can
that was
take
real
this-
fire.
take this
So I'm
as a-
looking at you.
Well,
going,
Izek's the one that
I
commissioned
think
this,
he's
right?
probably still.
Yeah,
going.
so like,
yeah.
Go and ask him what the fuck he's doing.
It
okay,
occurs
so go
that
ask him what he's
Izek,
doing and then kill him.
either Izek is going to be doing this
Maybe.
of his own volition for like I don't know weird purposes, or else it's under the instruction of someone else.
Yeah.
Well,
Just because he is the point man on this doesn't necessarily mean he's doing it.
I can
Investigating with like a soft touch may be the best approach,
I
and then probably kill him.
I can assure you that Izek is no ordinary human. He has what one might call a monstrous hand. How exactly?
Yeah, there are so many.
How exactly did you describe it?
Population.
Is it his masturbating hand?
You. Give me a sec. I've actually got a description for it.
Probably, honestly. Like, because it wouldn't feel like his own hand.
Wouldn't it though?
I want to go home.
Okay. Elongated fingers and long nails, and barbed spines coming out of the arm.
I say that to them,
It's his version 1 of Wolverine.
but only with one arm.
Which, if I remember right, was his left arm.
So version 0.5 of Wolverine.
Okay, well then instead we will go to this man and break his hands. Or hand.
See how we
I
feel.
would feel more comfortable breaking both of his hands.
Maybe legs as well, just to make sure.
But I was serious, like before we leave this place, I was going to say like gather up all those sketches and stuff of Irina and just either burn them or just take them or just destroy them.
Blinsky's like, if you're going to take this, make sure you either sort Izek out, or I'm going to have to tell him that you guys took him.
Do we take one as evidence or? Do we-
Well, if you're not like, committed to burning it,
I'm
I'd rather
not
take it.
a
Just take
fighter.
You'll stay with us.
all right, that's fine. We will
Yeah,
take
we're
this.
gonna
We will
come
go
into
directly to him and sort it out. If something happens and you see him
Just blame it
before
on
we
us.
do, feel free to tell him that you were robbed. That is not a concern.
By us.
If you would like the story to be
Don't
more
do this
compelling,
shit again.
then and Rin gets like his walking stick and just like knocks all the stuff off one of the shelves.
Do you want me to punch you in the face?
Oh Lord, no! He's just like shuffling backwards. It's a lot
A
easier
black
with a
eye
wheelchair.
is a good convincer.
Like
Are you wearing
Kill the
good makeup
monkey.
this year?
Yeah,
Can you give yourself a convincing looking bruise?
Oh, most of the makeup that I do is mostly in the the white face paint and coloured eyes.
The most convincing looking yeah.
I occasionally do the face work of a clown when entertainment is required.
I would never have guessed.
And he sort of like goes like this a little bit, and the bells on the end of his cap jingle slightly.
What a lovely man. Let's go.
So we're taking all the sketches and stuff, and the moment I really want to have is like smashing some stuff on the way out the door, and then sticking my head back in and being like, also, thank you very much for the flute. I very much enjoyed it.
Have a good day, sir. You give him like a little trill as you leave. Ooh, that doesn't look like 2 digits.
How's that? It's a 5 again.
It's a fun. You just go out and like. It's just Mitch proving he can't whistle again.
Can't whistle?
Oh, I can whistle. No, it's.
I'm trying to sound. I've been trying to kickstart this rumor for a while now. I don't know.
It's not a very good one.
He's a hermaphrodite and he can't whistle.
Can't turn to the left.
He's not an anti
Just because I choose not to look doesn't mean I can't.
He's not an anti
It makes going to IKEA very difficult.
So
Entire places like left turns apart from the first one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, even
let's
then.
go and kill his egg.
Whichever way you're going.
Where would he be?
Presumably Dave.
Well, you know which way he was going because Dave's up there.
Yeah, well, I start heading off in that direction. I'm like, come on, fellas. That's getting very western there.
We're off to kill
there's
his egg.
riding rope cowboys.
Okay, so heading
You
from.
don't- You don't rope cowboys. Look, okay, you might.
They're proving their ignorance on this one.
It gets cold out there on the mountain range.
It's hard to quit them.
You've never seen Brokeback Mountain.
I actually have not.
I think I saw like the ending 30 minutes of it.
You just skip right to the. Okay.
There's a lot of ropes.
I'm not scared at all.
This is horrifying. Let's get to the monster hand.
So you get to the front door of Blinsky's, unbar the door, and the bell rings, and Piccolo sort of chirps out excitedly again.
Yay, Piccolo! Can we take him?
The monkey definitely wasn't magic. No, just the monkey.
He's not monkey magic.
Oh, by the way, how did you get a monkey out in Barovia?
Are you yelling this as you're going out the door, or are you actually
Yeah.
asking as
Well,
Like,
one less thing.
I'm
One
asking,
less thing.
I'm asking as we go out the door, because like that's how did he actually do that?
Octavio sold him to me.
It's my son.
The bard?
Yeah, he travels with this menagerie of creatures.
Interesting.
He's someone else we should
Selling
probably look
them?
into, but man.
Like as a merchant, he's. It's
Does
not
he
like,
have
not like
one?
a circus.
Can we
it's
all
just
have a
like-
monkey? Oh, we could have a monkey each.
I think since he got stuck in here, he's found that a traveling menagerie doesn't have a lot of strength when it can't travel.
Speak for yourself.
Then
we
it's
could
just
have
a
an
menagerie.
army of monkeys. They probably won't be flying yet, unless we get the mage to do something.
There's actually a spell I want to assume. It's called Flock of Familiars, where I just get 3 Daves.
They're all just like Dave. And like,
Does
Dave,
that mean
Dave,
does that mean you have to do that bargaining for each
I
one?
don't know.
I'm
Presumably
sorry.
it's just shadow clones of Dave.
If you had 3 gazes, I'm pretty sure it has to be Larry, Curly, and Mo.
And Dave.
Stop looking at me like that.
How many appendages do you have to give him to get?
Oh, why? It's okay.
yeah.
I think it goes up to like
All right.
7, depending on what spell it's like.
Holy shit!
Do you
Oh
have
my
seven-
god!
Do you have
There's-
7 appendages?
You only have so much blood. All right, so you head out into the street, head towards. Well, actually, where do you head? Which way are you heading?
I'm heading towards Dave.
Is
Or,
Dave
like,
following them? or-
where Dave is showing me where they are.
Yep.
When not going to get too close because I don't really
Really?
want to.
Because I'm just going to go right up to him.
Yeah, but I don't want to attack the Burgermeister right up
Why not?
because we should probably not do it out in the open.
Why?
Again, it's entirely possible that either he's doing it on his own for weird, probably sex reasons, or it's at the instruction of the Burgermeister, possibly through Strahd or someone.
Yeah,
Getting him on his own, we can put the screws to him and see how that goes. Otherwise,
Think about.
I mean, you can charge him.
Think about.
Yeah,
it.
You can.
yeah.
You can
Would you rather face an opponent 1-on-1 or with the whole army?
I don't care.
All right, but
like solid question, but you're leveling at the wrong person.
yeah. Who are you talking to?
Army sounds right, actually. More people to hit.
Yeah, like, yeah.
There's chance
Okay.
of missing with a swing.
Yeah.
So following Dave's trail, you head down the east-west
Efficiency.
road towards where the city square is. Reaching that point, the crowd that was in audience of the Burgomaster has somewhat dispersed. The coffin maker is in the stocks, just sort of look every now and then, sort of looks up and tries, looks up around the crowd, and occasionally a rock or a rotten piece of produce flies out of the crowd. And
Are there any rotten pieces of produce near me?
Throw a bone at him.
Go on, throw him a bone.
It's the opposite of your job.
Throw him a bone. Boo.
I yell out, hang in there, buddy.
Roll investigation. Investigation? Perception. Perception.
Oof.
Natural one.
Oof.
Oh. Your leg falls off.
Okay, looking around the ground, you see this sort of. It looks like a pile of really mouldering cabbage.
Mage hand it.
Ruined my fun.
I just like mage hand it up and then just like shove it into its face from a distance.
What you
Smush.
What you guys see is Narlag sort of summoning his mage hand to pick up what is quite clearly a large, a reasonable cluster of horse manure.
That's a bit rough.
Step outside for 30
That was
seconds, guys.
like,
He's getting stones thrown at him.
which is also a bit rough.
Yeah.
Into poop play now?
Ew.
I can live with you when
You just
go.
made it weird.
So this mage hand sort of pushes a wedge of horse manure into the coffin maker's face. And he sort of looks up and is like, this is like trying to get away from it. It smells foul. And it looks like one eye opens up and like he's peering across and sees you lot who he only saw a few hours ago.
No, like just starts cackling.
You terrible person.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Look, he was harboring vampires.
Okay, grounded.
Oh wait, this was the coffin. Sorry, I was thinking it was the
Undertaker.
Undertaker. I was like,
Oh,
that-
both
yeah.
bone adjacent. So
Oh yeah.
Bone adjacent.
what? What?
I love it. I love everything about it.
But yeah, he sort of sees you guys and
I go and take a selfie with him.
You don't even know what a selfie is. You just have like a card-shaped object and just like look it up at it and look at him.
It's a mirror.
Yeah, just a mirror. Just a mirror.
But yeah, beyond that, what Dave saw is when the Burgomaster left the square, he head north from the square to what he can see from his vantage point is a reasonable size abode. You'd probably call it a mansion. Yeah, you'd call it a mansion. It's got a mansion right there. Yes.
So
And
they're all going to the Burgermeister's place.
The
Doing
two.
it for after Stockade drinks.
Yeah, he is wandered into the.
I've been here for several weeks. Do I know how many guards there are?
The place is relative. It's got a reasonable amount of town guard. You wouldn't call it over.
Yeah, but how many would that be?
How many would there be at the mansion? At least visible from the outside.
Mostly am I? It's mostly just me thinking: am I able to take on his entire guard, or will I need at least one other person's help to get the 1 or 2 stragglers that I can't take?
You guys want to get some dinner?
I do actually feel like I need a bit of a rest before we head straight in.
There's normally a couple of guards stationed at the front doors. Aside from that, it's not actively patrolled. It's just got a couple of doormen essentially.
Not in those shoes, mate.
But
I've got to remember.
But still, like,
Izek. What accent? I did.
I'm assuming there are no
numbers.
numbers.
Scouser accent, didn't I?
It was a bit of a scouser. Yeah.
I'm assuming the book doesn't give you any numbers on how many guardsmen are in this town.
The overall guards that you saw, there'd be
I think Brian
There'd be
needs
a-
to decide.
Well, okay.
there'd
yeah,
be a few.
okay.
There's a few dozen regular guard. In the case of an actual attack, there would be a militia that could be formed. But aside from that, there's
Because pretty much any
two,
town,
2 dozen to 30 regular.
pretty much any town I've gone to, I've like fairly quickly
You've sized up
figured out
their
a way of
military
like how I would take it out and how I would So
But yeah, you're looking
I would
at
want-
about
parties.
you're looking at about
Yeah.
2 dozen to 30 regular guard. I think that's including gate guard, one's based that are regularly based at the
okay,
the
that's not too bad.
Burgomaster's
I could probably
mansion.
take about half.
A
I think
point guard. He just plays basketball. Yeah, so. Decent guy. Derek, you know, tall. Keep going.
Yeah.
Please.
No, I don't. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just walk. I'm just gonna walk unless you guys have any suggestions. Otherwise, I'm gonna walk straight over to the Burgomaster's mansion.
I don't have any suggestions. I feel like we should take a little bit of a break so I can catch my breath and prepare myself in case there's a proper battle. If you don't want to wait, if nobody
Are
else
there
wants
any-
to wait, there's nothing much I can
Do we
do
know of
against
any
that,
like
but I will-
cafes or restaurants near where we're going?
There is a charming little bistro.
Is there a charming little bistro?
There's a Blue Water Inn, but you're not exactly favoured customers there.
Oh yeah.
Is it on the way?
Yeah.
We can go talk to the bar.
Shall we grab some lunch, fellas?
Well, we haven't really just talked. What's going on?
It's probably a good idea to not fight.
A short
on
rest is
the
what, an hour or
Yes.
roughly. I'll have David keep an eye on the Burgermeister's house and let you know if Izak ever moves from that spot.
So you were not giving
I might
Dave
go
a
and-
short rest as well with the rest of us? That seems cruel.
He doesn't deserve one.
well, I might actually because I don't need a short rest. I might just go
What can you
and
do with that, really?
I might just go and like surveil the place as if kind of,
Essentially, you want your spell slot back. Is what you're
Yeah,
suggesting.
I want my one spell slot back.
yeah. I'm gonna go and
Fucking
surveil the
warlocks,
place.
man.
See,
Rin is in no hurry and will gladly sit down and ponder the secrets of the universe for an hour.
yeah. I'm gonna if I need to start smashing down doors and taking out guards, I'm gonna just do a quick vague surveillance of like how many guards there are around. And
Okay, so those that are going into the inn, you've got a bad name there now as well after the staff incident, don't you?
Man, you guys,
what do you mean?
you're bringing down my credit here.
Those that are going into the inn can do so. Sit down for an hour for a boozy lunch.
I want eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah, do I have to roll for that one?
You just walk in like once we're warriors, like butch eggs.
Well, yeah. That,
And that was my attempt at a Kiwi accent.
It was actually pretty good.
It wasn't bad,
It wasn't good. I'm sorry, all our New Zealand listeners.
Do we have any?
Probably not. their IP addresses probably get routed through Australia, so it's probably just coming up as Australian listeners.
True.
Okay, so yeah, those that are going in for a boozy lunch can classify this as a short rest. You want to surveil?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna be well. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna be really obvious about it. But essentially, I'm just gonna look around, see what guards I can see how well equipped they are. I mean, I assume I already know how well equipped they are, but
Think
Just-
there any more equipped?
yeah, just see, yeah. See how many I can if I can figure out how many are in his mansion, and then compare that to how many I think are around the city in general.
Okay, so surveilling around the edge, looking at the mansion. You've gone past it before, but this is the first time you've actually sort of actively surveilling this spot. You've got the 2 guards that are at the main doors. The rest of the building is... You can see it had splendor in its day, but it's not been very well maintained. Some of the plastering and everything on the outside of the walls is sort of chipped and cracked. Some of it's just sort of fallen away. Every window has drapes on the interior that are closed, and the main double doors are open, but they have a set of like draped curtains that go along the inside. So when you walk through, the actual wooden doors are open, but you still work through.
So the whole place is dark, basically.
Yes.
So it would be the perfect place to have vampires sticking around.
It does pique your attention to the fact that every single window is closed. That is something that you have definitely noticed.
But I've seen the Burgomaster before, and he's been outside. So
yes, and well, I don't know what Narlag has relayed about what's going on, what Dave saw, but yeah, the Burgomaster was out and about an hour ago.
Do I see those dogs that were...
Oh yeah, I've told them that the Burgomaster was with him.
Yeah.
There's the 2 dogs. And...
Okay. But do I see the dog?
While you're going past, every now and then, you hear at one point like this deep bark. So coming from inside the building, though. They haven't been outside. While you're sort of doing the whole thing where you like walk past slowly and then wait a minute, walk back past it again. And you
might walk around as well.
Yeah. At one point, you see another couple of the town's guard bringing a villager along with them, and as they're going through, the 2 guards, the 2 station guards are like, "What's with this one?" And they announce it. This one's being brought forward for malicious unhappiness, and walks this person through into the interior of the building.
Every part of my training is screaming to take this guy out, to take the leadership of this town out, and yeah.
And another pass, you see this a pair of women going through, just sort of talking to each other, and then they sort of greet the guards, and the guards nod their heads to them, and they head on in. And after that, that's about the hour done, and
okay.
Yeah, that's what you get. You see the coming and goings, and there's...
How far away is the Blue Water Inn, or whatever it's called?
Oh, like 5 minutes down the road. It's not far.
Yeah, I'll walk back and go, come on. Oh. Yeah, I'll start walking back. I hope to meet up with them on the way, I guess.
Yeah, essentially the hour has passed. You've got your short rest, or anyone who's wanted the short rest has had their short rest.
Yay, spells along.
And as you head outside, you basically walk straight into Ulrich.
Hail and well met.
Paladin.
So,
What's your suspicions?
Sorry?
What is your suspicions? What's
This guy is imprisoning people for being unhappy. I'm
Well,
not a big
that's-
fan of that.
That's just not right.
That seems as reasonable a thing to imprison somebody for as anything.
You would not imprison somebody for stealing something of yours?
Well, I do not have any possessions, so
What about your stick?
it is just a stick.
May I have your stick?
No.
I'm going to take your stick now.
Are you trying to take my stick?
No.
Because I don't think it's going to end well.
First off,
Because I fucking hit you with the stick.
you want a stick? You want a stick? Whack, there's your stick.
There goes my short rest.
I did actually, because Dave and I heal whenever I heal. He also healed from my short rest. So the 1 point of damage he took when I poked him in the eye and I woke up, that's back. Which might actually save his life.
Okay.
Or stop just short of you killing him again.
So what is the plan here? Are we usurping control of this town
Probably.
from the Birdmaster and destroying all of the
Firstly, I'm going to knock on the front door and ask to talk to him. That's the start of my plan. I figured the plan past that is a little bit fluid.
Okay.
I don't have a plan past that.
I wouldn't call it fluid so much as inevitable.
We'll see how it goes.
I wouldn't call it fluid so much as pissing your pants.
Okay. So, as a group, you're heading up towards the mansion.
Yeah.
Call it a group of three and like morbid curiosity. I don't think I'm so much in on this as like.
Okay.
Well,
like
no, it's not exactly in on this side.
You're entertaining.
To be clear, we're not. Regardless of what your intentions are, we're not here to like destroy the power structure of this town. I know that is your objective goal, but
We're here to talk to Izek. We'll see where it goes from there.
cool.
Go for it and discuss. I'm just going to go do one. Doesn't mean you have silence, you turds.
We don't know what to do when you're not here.
When do you think Ryan's coming back?
I don't know, man.
You know who I miss? Ryan.
Yeah. He's so dreamy.
Yeah.
It's just
You're
not.
not going to be able to listen to the recording afterwards, right?
It's just
Yeah.
not, it's just not the same, really.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Ryan, you're back. Thank you. Thank God.
Oh, hey, it's Ryan.
Hey Ryan, we weren't talking about you.
Can you delete the past minute?
Just put a bookmark in there right now. For the really.
No, I'm going to enjoy listening to that a little bit. All right. So, plan of attack, heading up the front doors and just saying you want to talk to the Burgomaster?
Oh, Izek.
Is it?
Oh, you want to talk to Izek?
Well, he's the one we have beef with currently.
Currently. Yeah.
So playing this forward in our heads, and this is all imperative. We get there. You asked to talk to Izek. The Burgomaster says why, and then what?
We have questions about dolls that he has commissioned to be built.
What dog?
I pull the head out that I ripped off of the doll earlier.
How
Yeah, I love
about we...
I love it, and I'm happy with that. All right.
This
so
is this is the doll I was talking about. You were there when I ripped this off of the. I don't understand where the confusion is here.
baller move, by the way.
Have I gone and paid Izek for my sales at the festival yet?
Sorry?
Have I gone and paid Izek for my sales at the festival
I
yet?
don't believe so. There's your in.
It's my in. Not necessarily yours, but this is mine.
Yeah, I'm here to pay him. Oh, and let all these heavily armed people in with me.
I mean, if I were just like wandering up and saying like, "Hey, your boy over there's been doing creepy shit. Are you in on this, or can we just put him in the stocks of being a creepy dude and
Put him in the fucking ground.
So yeah, like, shall we use my cover of me needing to pay for my sales over at the festival?
But then,
Oh, you want us to use deception and guile to get through this?
At least to get past the front door guards.
Interesting. This will be fun.
It'll be new. I'm not very good at deception and guile.
I had no idea.
I usually just kind of get into places.
I am just wondering if there is a plan beyond get to the place and then bumble around until we start swinging swords.
You've played this game before, right?
Okay, so
I have, and that is why I'm asking the question.
Yeah,
so,
you've met our
so
character.
so the plan so far is we use my cover to get inside. We get Izek in a room, possibly on his own, hopefully on his own.
That is, I would say that is more of a objective than a plan, because it's going to be, I am the Burgomaster. Why are you here? We want to talk to
no,
your
it's going to
friend
be a
over there.
guard, and we'll
And
just
then-
say to the guard.
Well, like,
We want to talk
assume we
to
manage to navigate, like, not killing the guards, and I'm not even sure that's going to happen.
Okay.
We get as far as actually talking to a Burgomaster or anyone in the power structure and say, we need to talk to that person, and they're going to go, why?
If I may make a suggestion, perhaps one of you gentlemen could use magic.
I was thinking that once we don't kill Izek straight away, we get him.
Why is murder the first option? I understand. Yeah.
Do I need to do any more than just point it
I
off?
figured we would ask him first.
Once we've got Izek inside a room,
I just didn't necessarily care if he answered.
I cast a spell on him to try and get him to tell me all of his secrets. Then we kill him. I disguise myself as him.
This is going to be like with 30 seconds in the door and roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Then we kill him. I disguise myself as him, and then I discuss his secrets with the Burgermeister.
Well, then why don't we just wait until he leaves?
Why don't we just wait until he leaves already?
Aren't we trying to find out? Aren't we trying to find out why he's making these dolls?
Well, that's what the whole casting a spell on him to find out all of his secrets is about.
I find punching people usually helps finding out the truth.
I have not found that.
Okay.
While you're discussing this, Rin is like sitting down cross-legged on the floor, like facing the other direction. He's gotten bored of this conversation.
So is everyone okay with that plan?
He gets out his flute.
Plan to like get in there.
I rolled a 19 on my
magically
flute.
interrogate him. Fucking
This one here,
nice.
you just like hit the notes nicely for the first time in a while. You've managed to put together a tune.
If I want to change my prepared spell,
But you're
like,
facing the other
You're
way,
facing after
and we're talking, so we didn't
it's
hear
a
it.
long rest.
Paladins,
Because
yeah.
I can get Zone of Truth.
Yeah, for paladins it's a long rest.
But obviously I don't have that prepared. So I would have to go and prepare it.
Meanwhile, I have suggestions, so I can just give him the instruction of tell me all your secrets.
Tell us about
Yeah, like, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. 20 of your questions. 20 of the questions, and that'll last on him for 8 hours.
But we can wait until he leaves and just cast it as he's walking down the road. You don't have to go into like a fortified place with like.
It's not that
guards
far.
and, like,
There's like
It
two
doesn't,
people.
doesn't matter how fortified it is. Just like wait until it like goes for a pee and like, hey, I cast a spell. Tell me all your secrets, and I'll go, okay.
The main reason I'm preparing for like sneaking in is because him want to just go in, like kind of go in there and kill him straight away.
No. I want to go in there and find out why he wants these things made. Killing, I assumed, would probably be part of the answer.
I stand by my statement. Rin, do you want to kill him outright?
I have not met this gentleman. I really could not say.
Sure you have. Well, you were there when we handed in that criminal.
I have not met this gentleman.
Ross wasn't there for that session. But yeah. What's your plan? Because we'll get death throughout this one for a while.
Either we can wait or we can infiltrate.
I'm fine to walk up to the front door, ask the guards, can I see his egg?
Rin's now frustrated with how this is going. He walks up to the front door and smacks on it with his staff.
Well, the doors are open. As you
two guards.
approach the doors, the two guards are like, morning, sir.
We have business with Izek.
Oh, go on in.
Follow me, gentlemen.
You did that on purpose.
Oh, what?
You fucking did that on purpose.
The best part is I've got recordings of you guys going like, I miss Ryan, he's so great.
You heard that.
That's pretty much exactly what I thought would happen. So yeah, all right, we go in.
Okay, so thank you for this gift.
Fuck all of you.
If it helps, you can make yourself look like a different person while we're doing this.
No.
As you head into the entrance hall and foyer, you hear one of the two guards just do like a series of knocks on the timbers going up the side of the wall. But,
I knock back.
That seemed an odd thing to do.
Is it like
He's gonna- he's
a
gonna check?
shave and a haircut sort of thing?
that sort of thing, yeah.
I instantly assumed it would be do the hustle. Yeah.
That one really needs to have notes in it for it to really. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
this is a very
Yeah,
mistimed
it's
feat.
a series of mistimed knocks. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so inside, framed portraits adorn the walls of this grand foyer.
Is it morning time? That seems to be like the aesthetic going on for hanging paintings in a room.
Is it dark?
Are there any bones?
It's lit.
Okay.
It's like
Right.
it's
What's it look like?
candles,
What are the candles in?
wall of fixtures.
Hey, now we said we were moving. We said we were moving past sconces.
I never said that. I would never say that.
No one has made that
Agrees
promise
to
to
that.
me at all at any point. Okay.
We were moving on to bones now.
Yeah, so the grand foyer, it's got a wide staircase with sculpted railings. It's got a long carpeted hall ahead of you, attached to the ahead of you, which stretches almost the full length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. There are bundles of twigs heaped against the walls.
I have a question we probably should have covered before now.
So this one
Is Irina still with us?
I assumed she went back to the church. I assumed she wasn't going to go in and...
So we're just waiting in a foyer for Zek?
How many guards are there in the foyer with us?
No, there's no guards in there with you. There is the occasional occasional sort of house guest or so, present guest that sort of pass through, or you can see some movement in the far end. You can hear off to your left, behind a closed door, you can hear the sounds of talking, just and every now and then a little bit of a laugh. Before too long, you hear this sort of a sound in the upper level, just at on the floorboards of this sort of slightly mistimed footsteps. It's like someone with a slight limp, and they start coming around the top of the staircase, coming downstairs, and you recognise straight away this is Izak.
He's walking without rhythm.
Sorry?
He's walking without rhythm.
And without soul. But yeah, so he's... Oh no, you're doing the June thing.
Yeah, I was about to say he's not going to attract sandworms, but yeah.
I should have picked up on that since you mentioned June earlier. But he makes his way... as soon as he gets partway down the stairs, he recognises you guys like, what are you doing here?
We just had a couple of questions. Also, I came here to pay you for my earnings from the festival.
He's like, right. And he sort of picks up the pace a little bit down the stairs, and then he gets down to the foyer level. He's like, come with me, and he leads you partway up the main hallway, and then takes you in, turns to the right, opens up the first door he comes to, which opens up into a larger dining room. There's no one else in there at the moment. He then waves you guys in.
Yeah. Shall we all head in?
Let's.
And he closes the door behind you. So he looks down the hall, both directions down the hall. Then closes the door behind him and is like, "You got the 50 then?"
Yeah. I produce it and hand it over to him.
He's like, "Good."
I have a question. What is the deal with your freaky hand?
You notice that the whole time that he's been, I probably should have said it before, is that the whole time that he's been interacting with you guys, he's always got the right hand's out, the left hand is sort of...
Is the left hand the freaky hand?
The left hand's the freaky one. That's
It's his sinister hand.
It's his sinister hand. It's normally sort of tucked in, but now in the closing is like, what of it?
Oh, I am just curious as to what is going on with
pulls the
with
left
your
hand out.
freaky hideous hand.
Please do not be insulting so quickly.
There's no need to be quite so hurtful there, mate.
Oh, I did not mean it to be hurtful. I was just asking. I have never seen such a horrific sight before attached to a human.
Are there any windows?
There is, there is a couple of larger windows on the far side of the room from the door. They've got the curtains drawn.
Fireplace?
No.
No fireplace. Damn it.
Were you perhaps
If you want-
cursed
if you
by
want
some
the-
kind of witch or something similar?
You want the full description of the room?
No, I'm just looking for
You're-
a place for Dave to get in.
Oh, right. No fireplace in it. What do you say, sir?
Were you perhaps cursed by a witch or something similar to that?
This is my business, but this is... Well, I don't quite know what it is myself.
Very well.
Have you seen anyone about it?
I mean,
You may want to get it checked out. It could spread.
Do you mind if I...
Well, I wasn't there before. I never...
Do you mind if I get someone to make a doll of it?
At that, he sort of roll insight.
Okay. I think it's 14 minus 1, I think.
I believe I think you are a -1 on that one.
Yeah, so 13.
You see him sort of like react slightly to that, like wince, like mentioning dolls. You know, that guy.
Oh, no, +2.
+2.
So 16.
Yeah, you definitely notice that then. But is it, what were you saying? About being spread? Was it?
It does look virulent.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's not supposed to look like that. That's infected. You gotta,
Well, there was nothing there before.
no arm there before.
Ah.
Telepathically,
That's a different thing entirely.
telepathically,
That's so much worse.
telepathically to these three numbskulls. Do any of you have any objections for me to casting a spell on him now? Just say, huh?
I have no objections.
My skull is only numb some of the time. Actually, a lot of the time, but still.
But there wasn't a world in which that didn't happen.
I too am
You know,
fine.
I knew it when I was saying it, but yeah, I cast Charm Monster on him.
Charm monster.
Yes,
Because that works on humanoids as well.
it works on everything.
Well, why is it called Charm Monster? Just like Charm.
Because, well, they used to have...
Because there's Charm Person, Charm
Yeah.
Beast, and Charm Monster, and Monster is just everything.
It's a more expensive spell, essentially. It's higher.
Well, it's a high level.
It's not more expensive for me because I only have 2 spell slots anyway. But yes,
Yeah. Okay. If a wizard did it, it would be a different story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's the save on that?
it is DC 15, and I believe it's Wisdom.
You believe, or it is?
I'm just having a look again. Wisdom saving throw.
All right. So, and what's this do? It is charmed. It is.
He's charmed by me. He's friendly to me for 1 hour. Basically, like the Charm Person spell. Like he treats me like his best friend ever
Until he gets attacked.
until we attack him. Yeah.
You see
So
him
for the
sort of
next
like
2 minutes or so.
pause for a moment. And what's your plan, buddy?
Just he comes up to you, like lightly strokes his face with his monster hand.
he basically comes around and sort of like raps you on the shoulder. It's like,
Say, Izak, I'm in a bit of a bind for cash. You wouldn't happen to have any on you, would you?
yeah. I got. I just
You know what? I just got paid a minute ago.
Is he only charmed to you?
No.
Yeah, he's only charmed to me.
But he'll treat you the rest of them as friends.
Yeah, we treat them as friends, but like I'm the special friend.
You are the. You're his special.
I'm the
Is
confidant.
anyone else in this town as corrupt as you are?
But he's like,
Is-
let's deal with the
is-
if you're short of cash, look, the 50 gold you just gave me, take that for them. Worry about it later, mate.
Thank you so much, Izak. You know, you are a very good friend of mine. We recently had to go to the toy maker. He was making dolls of Irina. Do you know anything about that? Like she's the burgomaster daughter of the daughter of the burgomaster from Barovia. Like it's very weird.
Who the hell is Irina?
She's the girl that like is living at the church at the moment.
I pull the head out of the doll. It's this one.
He's literally is like, why have you got one of my dolls from Blinsky?
They're your dolls.
Yeah,
Why have you been getting dolls of her?
that girl has been in my dreams for years.
For years, you say.
To shreds.
What?
That's actually my question. What?
What?
How do you feel about her?
You know that you ever had this one where you have this image, this person in your mind, you feel like you've known them all your life. You ever had that one?
Yeah, yes, I have.
It's like this, and the only way I'm not a good artist. I got one good hand. I got one thing I could take someone's eyes out with, but it's no good for drawing. Blinsky, that man's a genius with a.
So you
It is very good craftsmanship.
you haven't been watching Irina
the girl from those dolls at all?
You're saying these look like someone that's in town?
Yeah. Her name is Irina. She is the daughter of the Burgomaster of Barovia.
And
Mate,
if
why didn't you tell me this earlier?
And if you're real nice, we'll introduce you.
I didn't know that you knew about her.
I didn't know that you knew about the girl in my mind.
Apparently, we both know now. So, yeah, I'd be happy to introduce you to her. Were there any other questions we had for him?
This didn't go the way you expected it at all, did it?
Quite a few questions. Question 1. What's with the arm? Question 2. That arm, eh? What's that about? Question 3. Can I ask you another question about your arm?
Your buddies are quite fixated about this. Yeah, it's...
How like, what? When did that happen? Like, because I always remember you having it, but when did it actually happen?
Mate, I don't think you knew me before. So, when I was young, little tacker, knee-high to a wolf, me and my father got attacked.
By wolves.
Yeah. And, well, he got done. He got killed. And the wolf.
I imagine you weren't much help if you were only that knee high.
It took most of my arm off, but I managed to get away.
What a sad story. Are you, as every other guard in this town, as corrupt as you are?
Please let him finish.
Yeah, growing up, marred like this, not a good time. Did some work here and there. Got through. And then one time, woke up, hungover as hell. With this, made things a lot easier. It's not the prettiest thing. I'm not going to win in any beauty contests, but a lot easier to make a sandwich with 2 hands.
You could say that again.
And he clicks the fingers together. He's also got this, and fire forms around the hand.
So it's a demon hand.
Would you mind if and before he answers, I'm investigating.
Alright.
Fucking all over that.
We have a wizard here who happens to know a lot about magic. He can investigate your hand.
So you're doing what now?
Probably all of them in turn. like religion, nature, arcana, all of it. All of
Okay.
it. No,
so,
notebook and pencil out. Like this shit is
For science.
So which one are you doing first?
arcana.
Roll it.
You're just going to do detect magic.
Okay. Well, that is going to be 11.
That's magic flame.
Yeah, that's magic.
That is magic flame.
He's doing some magic. Nature.
Okay. What's your?
It's unnatural.
Well, what's it like? What's it made of? What does it look like? It's spiny.
Spiny. The coloration is probably edging towards. It's looks like flesh, but it's also got a tint of like the almost like the green that's in the on that couch over there. Sort of a like a. Yeah.
I was getting like
it's not a rot. It's more like a different flesh coloring.
Okay, I was getting sort of a Finn's grass sword vibe. Like this is spiny, and grassy. Hence the nature check.
That's a way of describing it, but yeah.
And that is going to be 26.
It's not natural.
It's not natural. And detect magic, cast and detect magic as well. Literally anything else you think is appropriate.
Anyone else got anything while we're at it as well?
Anything one else? At a time.
Well, yeah. You said you were going to do a religion check, but I guess I'll do one too. Because you haven't done the religion yet.
No.
Paladin?
I'll do a religion check.
That is a nat 20 on the religion check.
Okay. It's definitely not holy.
6.
Okay, if it is of religious base. Okay. Natural 20. You've dabbled in the odd religious book. Every now and then they come into things which could be useful in your own teachings. Like they have sort of different aspects of some similar paths. This
Like the correct path where you actually know what you're doing, and the dumb path where you just like ask upwards.
Can I have some magic, please?
Hey, but it works.
Oi.
Oh, it works.
But can I have some magic, please? I'm just gonna have me tickle for a little bit. From your research, this looks like some of the sketches of some forms of fiends.
Demon hand.
Demon.
Huh.
That's why I was asking whether you wanted to do anything.
Well, I mean, I just did a religious check.
I believe for the safety of the town, we should remove this hand.
Is it? Do I know that Strahd was after Irina?
You, I think we discussed this at the beginning of the session.
Yeah,
like you
we-
guys
we-
have
we
an
do know.
idea that Strahd has interest in Irina. That is what you got from her. Like he has. Well, you suspect he has been looking in on her,
This
That's
man
what
has
she
clearly
suspects.
been influenced.
and it's what she also suspects.
So that's sort of like the natural implication here is that Strahd's interested
Unnatural.
in the. Strahd's interested in Irina. He gets a magic hand from somewhere and suddenly starts dreaming about her. So, ipso facto, the arm has somehow come from Strahd in some roundabout way.
Would you?
Give us your arm.
No. Isaac, are you aware that Strahd also has an interest in Irina?
Like, I don't even know who Irina is until you guys came in and told me she was actually a real. She looks like the one that's in my brain.
That
I
girl you've
can't
been-
make it.
That girl you've been dreaming about forever is a real person, and she is lovely, and you can meet her. And I think she's probably going to like you, but she's in some danger.
You would, if I introduce you to her, you have to promise me you will protect her from Strahd.
Well, as far as I know, that girl in my brain is my family.
Is
My
your
remaining family. That's the only thing I think I know.
We should introduce them. Come on, let's go.
What one
I thought
last
we were playing matchmaker, but it's like a brother-sister thing. And
one last thing before we actually leave this room is how corrupt is the Burgermeister, and by extension, any of his guards?
What do you mean corrupt? He's making this place as happy as it can be in this shitty fucking place.
So he's just trying to make the place better. He's not working for any dark forces.
Not that I'm aware of.
And he's made it illegal to be unhappy.
Why let some sour fucks ruin all the work he's been doing?
I have the rules for your town.
And how long have you been taking kickbacks?
Kickbacks. Just getting paid.
So
That's what I meant.
your only pay is from the fees you charge.
That's one of the payrolls. Mate. I know how to run things around here. The boss pays me. They also pay me.
Did you just heard me use the word kickbacks, didn't you? That sounds very similar to kickbacks.
Anyway, let's go find Irina.
How attached are you to that arm? Emotionally.
The usual amount, I guess.
More emotionally, how attached are you to that arm?
The time I spent as a cripple, as a kid, was shit. This may not be the prettiest thing, but I feel more complete than I have been since I was a kid.
So you when you were a kid, masturbating was only with one arm, whereas now it can be both.
Mate, this this is rough, long claws things going on there.
Accidental
Nah,
flamage.
So you've tried.
Try anything once. Masturbatory jokes. We're not ahead of those.
Between now and the walk, and on the walk to Irina, maybe just contemplate what it would be like to not have the arm again. Just saying.
if it comes to it, there's a chance we're going to take the arm off you. We'll give you another one back.
Is he following us? Is that what we're doing right now? We'll go to the
He's
church.
following us. Under the suggestion of Nalak, he's following along. This is
Yeah,
There's a point at which that's going to go
We're-
away, and
we're-
he's probably going to be a bit cranky.
Well, it lasts for an hour, so we've probably got enough time to get to the church. Put him in a private room with us and Irina, and get them talking before it wears off.
All right, do that and no fucking around.
You might want to hot foot it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we're not no detours, no dilly dallying. We're fucking bolting.
No discussing in the street our plan for half an hour.
No, like Nala's just like mentally discussing it. Like we get him in a room. We get him in a room with Irina and us. We lock that door. Once he's out of the spell, however he behaves, at least we've got him contained.
I like this plan.
Maybe not a room that can be flammable.
Why?
Because you can.
We're
cast
walking
flames.
while this is happening.
I'll doubt.
As you guys walk out the mansion, he nods at the two guards and is like, "All be well, all be well."
All be well. Let's go.
And yeah, takes you about 20 minutes from the mansion, making a basically a straight line to the church.
And let's say 10 minutes talking.
Yeah, about that. So you're about half an hour into you're halfway through your spell.
Cool.
You make your way in. You can see
Usually around for the repercussions of what happens when charm wears off.
Because they know it. Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, they'll know. Yeah. They wouldn't know if I use suggestion, but like, this is more entertaining. Plus, like, it might turn out a positive for him, so, you know.
Maybe just ask him for any weapons he has.
He can summon fire out of his monster arm.
Yeah, but if it's just the arm,
Oh, we can all do that.
Oh,
Can we not all do that?
is like, does he have any, like, an obvious sword?
big battle axe.
Is it, would you mind showing Ulrich your battle axe? He's a connoisseur of large weapons.
All right, big fella, check this out. And he sort of unhooks it from his back. It's like holds it out, and he's holding it out. Yeah, it's you know these things are reasonably heavy, so he's holding it out at an arm stretch like that. Got the slight wobble going on, but it's pretty impressive to hold a battle axe out at arm stretch. Check it out, and then sort of flings it around the back of his hand and catches back in. And is like,
Cool. Yeah, I take it.
Excellent.
look after that, right?
Well,
I'm back off your tick.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm right here. I'll just start playing with it.
Yeah. And he's like, the balance is real good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually quite good.
Alright, so, yeah, we're fine. Irina, if you wouldn't mind going into one of the private rooms with Uzek and us.
Well, first off, what happens when they see each other?
Okay. Walking in the room, Izek sort of, as soon as you walk into the room, you guys would recognize Irina from any angle because you've been around her for a little bit. She's over helping out the young altar boy, and the priest sort of look after some of the refugees that sort of stay there during the day. Her back is to Izek at the time. Upon entering, you both the priest and Irina sort of get up and turn to face you, and as soon as they do, you hear like Izek sort of stop short and like a audible gasp, and he sort of walks over like, "It's you."
It's us. Who are we?
As he's pointing at Irina, is like, "You're the one. You're the." Oh, miss, this is going to sound real creepy, but you've been in my dreams for years.
Let's go and discuss this in a private room.
I was just about to say that. You've got a lot of tact, Ulrich. I'm surprised.
I don't know why he's so focused on it being in a private room.
Contained space if it needs to be, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't want to fight getting out in public, especially with Izek. He's the captain of the guard.
I so have no issue with that. But I was mostly just doing it because I figured I didn't want the pedestrian, random people to be killed.
But Irina's sort of like backing off a little bit. It's like,
you can stand behind me in this.
this is, and she's looking across at you like, is this the one?
He's the one who's been commissioning them. He hasn't ever seen you before. And I can verify this wholeheartedly. He has never, ever seen you before, except in his dreams. We need to have a sit-down
And that doesn't sound weird to you.
Oh, it definitely does, but we need to have a sit-down conversation because he feels like you are family to him.
Family.
His words. Right, Izek?
Right. Irina's like,
We're at a point now where I'm just like, all right, we've sort of put these pieces together, and now I'm like, Rin's sort of like, I don't really see what else we have to do here.
Yeah, like once the spell's put in.
Stop making dolls. This is her. See is
Now you have the real doll.
Ugh. Ugh. Why?
Yeah.
It's a better joke than the previous ones.
I
That's
kind of
fair.
thought it was going to be that. I thought it was going to be like a romantic thing, and that would be sort of psychically satisfying. But now it's just like, we may be related. Like, are you going to fuck or what? Luke and Leia, this shit. Get in there.
Ugh.
just taking a step back. Is that if we didn't do anything about this whole doll situation, it probably would have been better. Us interfering has now like drawn his possibly
to be honest,
infernal
I'm
attention
surprised
to it.
you guys mentioned the fact that she's like, as soon as you started going, she's a real person and she's over here. That to me was a bit like, I would have just been happy to go, why are you doing this? Stop doing this.
Well,
And
no,
give us
go
some.
on. So the options are at that point like kill him or resolve it.
What's wrong with killing?
Alright. So, where were we? Irina.
You were checking something on Irina.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what she knew and what she doesn't know.
And how does she react to the news that there's a secret admirer?
And you said also the family connection was what you mentioned, wasn't it?
That was what he mentioned.
That's what he mentioned, but you mentioned...
I mentioned that specifically.
Okay.
Delve into what does she know of extended family? Is there anyone that could fit the bill?
But maybe asking this in a room not with innocent people around.
We need to move to a private room about this.
You're welcome to stand behind me.
The priest is like, you're welcome to use the rectory if you... And he ushers you off to the side, into the side room. Irina sort of sits down with a sort of stunned sort of thud into her chair and is like, my family, well, my brother's here in town. My father was the burgomaster of Barovia.
I forgot her brother was still alive. For some reason in my head he was dead.
I don't know this one.
How long until the spell wears off?
Well, we got about another 20 minutes.
Oh, really? I thought we only had like... I was hoping we could vamp until the spell wore off and then he would attack us and we got to kill him.
Yeah, well, you have his battle axe now, so that's good.
But it is actually the girl in my... Again, it's going to sound real creepy, but the girl in my dreams, I think I was related to her, and she looks exactly like you, miss, and I've never seen you before.
Sorry, I keep coming back to Rin just being like, all right, our work here is done. Let's go.
So you two have a lot of conversing to do. We're just gonna... Everyone okay if we wait here for a bit?
Or wait outside, or wait inside, or
However Irina is comfortable.
That's why you probably shouldn't have put them in an isolated room together.
I kind of figured we would only have like 5 minutes of this before the spell wore off. I didn't realise it was like another 20 minutes.
Yeah, but this is like a proper, like...
Wait a minute, can't you just turn the spell off?
I can. Do I want to do that right
Hey
now?
guys, let's
we have any
step
more
over
questions?
here for a second
Yeah, do
and
we have
just
any more-
talk this out.
Yeah.
We've either got to work out where his arm came from, work out how they are related, kill him, or kill them.
and you got 20 minutes until
Or-
the spell.
or
I'd,
kill-
I'd
kill
say
him.
the arm is probably related to the dream. Like, so he just randomly got an arm, and then he started getting dreams.
Wait. You'd say those two random magical facts are related. Oh, in what world does that make any fucking sense?
He had 2 random magical things happen to him.
Yes.
Did they happen at the same
That
time?
is what we know. We know 2 magical things happened to him.
And
In a world
it's
of
a
magic.
huge coincidence that
In a land of magic, in a world of magic, in a universe
In
of
a
magic,
world of magic.
on the
often do people
plains
get
of...
random arms and random dreams.
What exactly is the coincidence? What is the link between he has a monster arm and he's having dreams about a person?
Did he... Would he,
What is that common denominator
would he have
there?
said that the dreams happen at the same time, or no, not at all?
From what he was saying before, you get the sense that he had the dreams of this girl has been for much longer than he's had his arm.
Oh, okay. I thought they were at the same time. Well, in that case, look, I don't care. Like, just basically turn off the spell, see what happens. I want him to attack us.
Does anybody else want me to turn off the spell?
Do we have any more questions?
You could just punch it. Really? Like, not fucking around.
No, I know.
If you're, like, spoiling for a fight, you can just do that.
Yeah, you
no,
can.
I realize that,
If-
but
if-
you guys seem to have.
If you
like,
attack him, it will turn the spell off.
I want to see what he's going. Okay, I want to see what he's going to do once it wears off. Basically,
He's going to be pistons.
yeah, that's fine. But I
Like,
just want to
regardless
see.
of anything else that's going on, if he finds out that he's had like mind control cast on him, he's going to be mad at us. Like, that's not going to be informative of anything other than we just tried to control his mind. He's going to be pissed.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I know he wants to keep his money, but
Yeah,
Like,
that's
if-
going to happen.
yeah,
Don't worry about
look,
that. He's not taking that money back.
This whole thing has gone in a really weird way. Like, if it was a confrontational interrogation and we were being hostile to him, I could see where we could go. But this has been a very friendly thing all the way. So we haven't really, like, it's just been just getting information. And now it's going to turn as bad as it possibly can when the spell wears off. So we're just in a very
Spend the
weird
next
place.
20 minutes, like, genuinely talking to him about us trying to resolve this.
yeah.
And in the hopes that when the spell wears off, some of that sticks, and he can see that, look, we're not fucking with you here. Something's going on. We're just trying
yeah,
to resolve it.
okay.
Someone smarter than me.
I,
but
I'm about to. Isaac,
I love that you're volunteering yourself as smart.
well, like, I'm
Everyone is smarter than me. I'm pretty sure my horse is nearly smarter than me.
it is.
I think we established it was.
Isaac, I have something to tell you. I cast a spell on you that would cause you
cast
to
a spell
trust
on
me.
you.
That would cause you to trust me.
You
and-
are. You are an bewitching.
that would cause you to trust me and allow me to gain your favor without actually having earned it. We believe that you were acting on Strahd's behalf by ordering these dogs. Now, I don't believe that any longer, so here's your 50 gold back.
I didn't want to take advantage of you, but here's some money I took from you by taking advantage of you.
I wanted to take advantage of you because we thought you were a bad person. I wanted to take advantage of you because I thought you were a bad person, but now I don't see that you are a bad person, so I'd like to apologize for having cast the spell on you, and I hope you can forgive me.
I love that.
this is
I
even-
love
yeah.
that Rin is the one who is usually doing the dumb, incomprehensible stuff, and at this moment, Rin is sitting there looking at how this is played out and just like, what is wrong?
What is wrong
with
with what is wrong with the universe if this is the path it decides to take?
And the spell turns off.
Oh, okay. So you're turning it off at this point.
Yes.
And he's got this the gold in his hand, and the sort of you see like this like the flash across the eyes as the spell sort of falls away, and
Got your axe.
Yeah, I'm still playing with the axe. Yeah.
he puts that on his belt. It's like
I want you to know we will
You?
not cause any more trouble.
yo, don't fucking pull that shit again.
No problem. But we...
He does not have the spell slots.
I have my ways. But we...
I suggest you don't pull that shit on people you actually don't want to piss off. That's not cool.
Well, we
Don't
did...
get in people's minds
We
and
did-
expect them to be okay with it.
We did believe you were acting on Strahd's behalf, and I'm perfectly fine with killing them. But now we know your true intentions. You know,
Hey, buddy, fair's fair. If you want to give him a thumb, we're not going to do anything. Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Give him a what?
Give him a thumb.
What thumb? I thought you said thumb. I'm like,
That's
why
fine.
would you give him a
That's
thumb?
fair. Oh, right.
Yeah, that's just.
But you've done me probably the greatest favour of anyone before whoever got me this.
like I said, I apologize for my actions.
Don't do that again. Thanks.
You're welcome. Alright, probably good idea to hand him back his weapon now. He's not going to cause any damage to anyone.
Oh, I like this weapon.
I know you do. You like pretty much any weapon, don't you?
So we're sure about his intentions, given he knows she exists now and knows where she is.
We're not sure about anything.
He could
He
not.
may go
Who's got the
fucking
best-
Sirhan on this situation.
Passive perception
Wait.
out of you guys.
Yeah, not
Not
me.
you, I know that.
My
Me?
horse,
Made
man.
him away.
I got
Is my horse in the room?
I got a 16 passive perception.
I have an 18.
Okay.
No,
You
hang
two have been probably. This makes a lot of sense because you've been playing with the axe. You've been talking. You've been sort of wondering what the fuck is going on anyway, and you've been analyzing the whole process. So you two have probably been looking at the entire circumstance from sort of a step backwards more than anyone else anyway. So it works. As you're looking at this whole thing, you start to see things that are sort of just lining up a little bit. Like they've both got similar sort of bone structure. Like the face has got similar sort of shape. Izek looks like he has been kicked through gutters for 20 years, but you're starting to see like similar cheekbones. The hair color's kind of the same. They both. You're spotting some familial similarities. Like there could, and with him talking about like I feel like I'm related to you, that's what's drawn you to start looking at these features. Like there could be.
Rin pulls out the doll's head that he had before. He's like,
Squint one eye.
Like there'd be enough points there to give some veracity to the argument that they could be related.
Monster Hand. Where were you actually raised? We may be able to get to the bottom of this if you were to give us some clues as to your heritage.
Born and raised Vallaki.
Because
My-
it is undeniable the familiar resemblance between the two of you.
And he sort of looks over.
Do you know your parents?
My mum died giving birth to my sister, and my dad died with that wolf. I told you about that already.
Yeah, you told us
The
about
one where I lost my arm.
you told us about your father. You didn't tell us about your mother.
But yeah, my mum died giving birth to my sister.
What was your mother's name? Irina, what was your mother's name?
Hadme.
It's
Okay.
The thing of like
You
she
turn.
ran off to another man, but like the dad said that she died.
No. Izek responds back and he goes, my mother's name was Talitha. And Irina is like,
That's a shitty name.
I should have gone with Martha. They're both.
What is it?
Haven't seen the movie?
Yeah.
Just know that meme.
Don't need to.
Don't want to.
Quite happy not
It's
to.
not a good movie.
Irina's like, I don't remember my mother's name.
Would your
She was dead before I knew.
Well, that's unfortunate. Here's your axe back.
Hey, where's your brother?
And to Izek, where's your sister?
My sister, Izek is like, my sister went missing in the woods when I was a kid. She was only little. She wandered off, got lost. They never found her.
Well, I think we're making some progress here.
anyway?
So you had a sister that just disappeared one day. Ta-da!
Yeah, has no one ever read a book yet?
Probably not.
Probably not. So, shall we go on to the next? Next objective on our list.
Like,
Well, I don't really feel like we can actually help any further in this situation, and you two probably have a bit to talk about. If you're alright with us leaving Irina, that is.
Do you have any more plot hooks that you'd like to give us before we go?
if you guys want to leave them to chatting, they can chat.
Let us know if there's anything you need.
I wasn't expecting this turn.
Yeah, this is
Oddly
So
decent.
you're walking away from this now. Okay.
You were so committed to it now. It's like,
Alright.
this is
I didn't want any part of this to begin with, but now with like in it.
this
Okay,
entire
okay.
thing has ended up very
Nine
weird.
tenths of the way through, now it's like, Well, I got shit to do, so...
Okay, question. What else can we do here?
Cut off
Finish whatever the fucking thing is.
cut off his monster hand. I think at best we should cut off his monster hand.
We have an axe. It's useful
We've
for cutting
had,
shit
we've
off.
had an axe.
Well, I mean, we still have an axe. It's in the same room.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't have a better idea. This is weird shit, and I'm clearly missing some common denominator.
Yeah, this has been odd.
Holy shit. But Irina answers.
Hey,
the question that you
Ryan,
for.
I'm going to roll an investigation and see if I can figure the whole fucking thing out. I rolled a 9. What have I got?
Bupkis. With a 9.
Like,
But yeah,
is there
so you answer the question. You're like, because you guys started off with like, where's your sister? Where's your brother? It was like, and Irina answers like, my brother's staying at with a friend that he knows, and just a house a few doors down. If you want to talk to him,
Excuse me, I'll be right back. And I go and get the brother.
Hi. Brother's name?
You
Your
don't know
sister
me,
needs
but
to
we
talk to
need you in the church right now.
Your sister needs to talk.
There's some dumb shit going on. I don't want to be a part of it to begin with, but can you just fix it for us? Could you please?
I did all my thinking with the negotiating after, like, before turning the spell off.
you knock on this house. Ismark opens the door. The door. I was like, because I got his name this time. Who are you?
We don't have fucking time for that. Here's the rundown. There is a guy that's been dreaming about your sister, but not in like that kind of way. He
That
thinks
sounds creepy.
I know, right? It actually gets worse. There's like
not in that
there's
kind of way,
dolls
but
and
maybe in that
everything.
kind of
And a
way.
fucking monkey, man. It has been a long day.
My friend. Slow down.
Again, time is a factor here.
Mostly the time, my patience.
I just don't want to be involved in this for this much longer. Please, just come with me. This needs resolving, and I'll lay the whole thing out.
Yeah, we want to compare your facial
maybe
features
a
to a
brother.
guy.
There is a sister wanted off. Is it possible that your sister isn't your biological sister, and your parents found her wandering in the wilderness?
All right. I'm not even making
I
you
mean,
roll.
that's how I was raised.
I'm not even going to make you roll an insight check or anything like that. And he stopped short as soon as you're like not actually biological. I was like, she's never been told.
Oh God. Oh, buddy, thank you, thank you.
Now come with me.
She was found as a little one, near dead in the cold in the forest.
In the wood, yeah.
It's fine. I don't care.
I don't know. Everyone else is like, any other group would be like, yeah, we solved it. And you guys are like, fuck this.
Fuck this, I want to get on with the adventure.
This doesn't seem like it's going to help kill vampires. So, hold up. Do you know anything about weird demon arms? Just while we're at it.
The local lord, he's got the funkies. I've seen like
They're gross, right? Yeah. All right, but no more than that. Yeah.
just
Alright.
just one guy, the guy that's in charge of the guard.
Yeah, well,
he's
he's
a weird arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Creepy
He's,
guy, that one.
yeah, he's a funny one. He's the aforementioned guy. He's actually the biological brother of his sister. For real, Jerry Springer nonsense. I know. It is a small town. Literally, I think there's like 60 people in the whole town. Like it's a very small town.
You got Vallaki.
Oh no, you did.
Okay.
I don't think you even need to bring the brother in at that point. You've got the.
Well, you probably should.
Nah, I'm not going to take any more of your time. You've been really helpful.
You have just been there one little point.
Oh, just go knock on this guy's door. Hey, settle a bet.
You're gonna walk away. It's gonna be
Six months from now, it's like bloodied, dragging corpses. We're having some trouble with Strahd. Could you?
All right. So So yeah, you basically make your way back into the church with that little bit of information, that little nugget of information.
I got it. It's cool. Guys, chill. It's chill. I got it. Shit, what did he say?
You're not the father.
She's a ghost. That's right.
This is objectively the worst possible way for her to find out this piece of information.
Yep. But we are the worst possible group, so it's...
You walking in being like, something like, anyway, it's got it. It's cool.
I was talking to your brother, like, no, your actual brother. He's your actual brother. I was talking to you.
Oh.
Maybe you should sit down. You're already sitting? Stand up. Now sit down.
I impart that in probably something approaching that.
That sort of level of tact.
Yeah.
And she's
no, about
partway
that.
through the story, she's like, oh.
Partway through the story, I also audibly go like, alright, we're done. Let's go. Problem solved.
Not really a problem. Not really solved.
The orange question,
Thing done.
the orange question mark above whoever's head is now gone. So let's go.
That thing we're on the quest menu, like, it doesn't get a green check mark, but it goes grey.
You've now out-leveled it.
We're fucking around on this for so long.
Alright,
I'll get to that quest eventually, and you like 20 levels later, it's like, fuck, alright, delete, done. There's one poor guy sitting there like,
alright, let's go and see some elves.
Oh, we're gonna come back about that armor then.
oh my fucking god.
Hey, I got a theory. Let's chop off Irina's arms.
Chop off one of the doll's arms and see what happens.
I did think of that. Just a theory. Can we take a minute? That was solid. I think we're flagging in the middle, but I really can't do it again.
Otherwise, lots of people are going to go run in there and just murder the guy.
And we ended up solving it in the weirdest way.
You know what? I'm glad that happened that way.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't murder the guy that was just, dreaming for the last 20 years for his lost sister.
There's really no other way that could have come. Anything else would have been like, all right, we killed him. I guess.
I mean, like, if we just straight up killed him, she would never know.
She would know. We wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah,
We'd just be like down the road.
Before we
Singing
leave,
us on.
I mentioned, you won't be getting any more dolls, like, from the guy. We stopped him making dolls.
He's like, that's fine.
Also, please don't burn his shop down.
I do have a question. Why did you need 7 of the dolls? Were you wearing them out in some fashion?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Each of those dolls were
He's
were
got
different
Friday.
memories or these dreams I was having were different dreams. They were just dolls reflecting those dreams.
For the sake of completionness, can you tell us all 7 of the dreams?
No.
No.
Just like real quick.
No.
In-
We are
in-
out of here.
In a way that's summing it up in such a fashion that if this is like an actual thing we need to act on, we will know of
If
it.
he starts talking,
Because
I will
7 is
fall-
a specific number.
I fall asleep standing up in my armor while, if he starts talking.
Which we've already established you're able to do in a previous episode.
Now, just starts getting his cart ready to head to the Elven place.
All I wanted to do was kill a clown.
That's what I
And
wanted to do as well.
I wanted to kill a clown and burn down his shop, and all we've done now is not killed a clown, prevented his shop from being burnt down, and reunited a family.
Yeah, we reunited a family.
We are the worst villains in this adventure.
D&D, guys. D&D.
Murder hobos! Right? We got the shittiest murder hobos. Trying so hard.
Hey, we still have an extra bag of bones.
Yeah, this is kind of bouncing out for stealing bones.
I felt like we'd accidentally fucking saved an orphanage with it. Help us! We don't have enough bones! Ah, shit!
Little little Timmy was born without a femur. It was like, I've got exactly what you need right here.
I'll scam
to the
up for that.
half-boned orphanage.
Please, sir, I just need a new bone.
Those are adult-sized bones.
He's got the weirdest limp for the rest of his life. It's like one extended, horrible fucking grasshopper-looking leg.
I would be ever so grateful if I could get some new bones, sir.
Oh god.
No, it's going to come down to like the wire, and I'm going to use those bones to make a skeleton to attack something. That's probably how it's going to go. Hopefully.
Thank you. Thank you.
Me old man said that we couldn't afford any bones this year.
Please stop. I can't laugh so much.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Have any of you,
My face hurts.
have any of you played West of Loathing? It's basically stick figure Western, but there's like the pile of bones,
I gotta think.
and you can make Buffalo Bill.
There's like a human centipede of buffaloes.
No, he's a skeleton with a buffalo head.
Okay.
You just animate him, and he's like, "My name is Buffalo. Your name is Buffalo? Buffalo. Your name is Buffalo? He's like, "My name is Buffalo Bill." He's like, "You're like, that's a really long name." He's like, "Yes. Now stop interrupting me."
You okay? You need a minute?
I'm good.
I'm gonna keep the Cockney Orphan
There
who
was-
wants bones.
Buffalo.
Oh shit, all you had to do was just say that without the accent or already started giggling again. Oh my god.
Okay, let us never speak of this again. There would just be a gap in the release.
No.
of the-
That whole bone thing is going in there. It has to.
I think I might have to just put that as like the little outtake thing at the end there. There's like a 20-minute fucking blooper trailer of, please can I have some bones?
Us just losing our shit about being the worst murder horrors.
Okay, let's go and fight some shit.
Can we murder something now?
Yeah, can we murder?
Can we murder something?
Can we do some roles that aren't like non-combat?
There's been a couple of sessions of it, hasn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. We got close a couple of times, but
We got close with Izek. We got close with the Coffin Maker. But both times I used a spell and that kind of got rid of that.
so you need to stop doing spells.
Or I need to do more destructive spells.
Yeah.
Or more summon spells. I worked out one of my most powerful spells doesn't actually have an ingredient requirement unless I do a certain part of it. So get ready for more nuke.
I mean, you don't need material components if you're using an arcane focus.
You do if it's like says this requires
Yeah,
blah
it
blah
depends on
blah harvested on blah blah blah.
No, the rule is you only need the material components if they have a cost associated with them.
Yeah.
The
Or cost. I think it's a cost above a certain amount.
No, it's any cost. If it says this much worth X amount of gold, that means you need those. But
Otherwise, if you've got a
Well, above
reagents
certain amount,
pouch
I was saying- I
or...
was thinking like 5 gold kind of thing.
no,
okay, but that's not what the rule is.
Yeah.
The rule is if it says the price of the ingredient, that means it's necessary.
yeah. Well,
Otherwise, you've got your reagent pouches or...
Yeah,
Isn't there, a
focus.
feat, isn't there a feat that things stop being... You stop needing physical components after up to like a few gold or something? Or?
no, well,
Maybe
like,
that's
that's
not-
what an arcane focus and a component pouch is. Like, providing it doesn't actually consume the item, then that's what the focus and component pouch uses. Like there's like,
Maybe
there's,
it's third add-on.
like there's a first level spell, Chromatic Orb, which requires a 600 gold worth diamond. Nobody is going to use that actual, like it doesn't actually use the diamond for the spell. It's just the
You need-
component.
But things like the resurrection and stuff like that.
Oh,
definitely-
yeah.
Yeah, there's so many healing type spells, which is like, yeah, you've got to have this thing that costs a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that was something that I had ready to go for Thedrum if you needed to bring it back from the
Never to use it, but yeah.
No, he died.
Because somebody wouldn't resurrect us.
I was about to.
I know. You could have done reincarnation on us. That would have been so funny. That was fucking good.
What's that?
Yeah, like that whole thing. It's like we reunite a family, like stumbling dick first into success. Like this is how I describe our D&D sessions to like anybody. I tell our. Like,
I hope you don't use the term "dick first" into success.
I use arse first.
Okay.
I know what we can go and do and make us all feel better. We go and kill the innkeeper's family again.
Okay.
That always cheers us up.
Yeah, that always cheers us up.
Alright.
Alright, well, these two family
Where
members
were we?
can chat it out. We're gonna go. Have fun.
Let's go kill some elves.
I think that was the intention, was it?
No.
All right. So,
Can we, kill
It probably will be what happens.
can we
though.
kill something on the way to the elves?
Let's travel fast, not paying attention to where we're going really, so something attacks us.
Getting real punchy. Fucking calm down.
Accidentally did a good deed. Balance it out.
I'm really gonna balance this out like get a puppy.
We accidentally did several good deeds.
Fucking with my alignment.
I'm not lawful good, damn it. I'm lawful neutral.
I wanted to get some of those cool evil powers, but my karma points keep going up.
Actually, that was something I really liked playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. Is you could be a good Sith, and that was fun.
That's a good seed.
No, I'm not going to needlessly kill this person because we need the resources, you dickhead.
Okay, you guys are leaving Izek and Irina to discuss the nature of what their newfound relationship is. Happy families. Aww.
With monster hands.
With monster hands.
Yeah, and if you realise anything that ties back to the monster hand, you know.
Well, if Irina suddenly gets a monster hand.
Yeah.
Family of monster hands.
And you guys were going to head south to where the elves were, right?
Yes.
Do you guys have any idea of where they were?
I think we had there was like a camp to the south of Vallaki that we were supposed to get.
Yeah,
away
I
with.
couldn't remember if I'd actually told you whether that actually come up or whether
Somebody told us about a camp to the south.
I think the
Might have been the Raven Man.
I think it was the
It was either the
abbot.
innkeeper or the abbot.
Yeah,
Yes.
the-
Yes, it was the abbot.
It was the abbot. So there was a camp near the Vistani camp outside of Vallaki.
Mm.
Okay, you, I'm assuming, packing the cart up because the Vistani camp's only about 20 minutes outside of town. They're close enough to be able to wander in and go to the Blue Water Inn, but far enough away that they are separate from the township. You head towards the southwestern gate, and as you approach, you guys notice it first with your higher perception. You hear shouting at the gates.
So my horse notices as well.
Yes.
Oh, my passive's 14.
They were still like 16 and 18,
Yeah.
so... actually, traveling with Dave, you tend to keep him inside until you're outside of townships, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Unless I like need him.
As you get closer and closer to the gates, you see two Vistani that are basically being held up by 3 or 4 of the town's guards. And they are basically trying to push past us, like, you let us through, we're going to get that fucking asshole, we're going to string him up. And the guards are like, mate, back off, get away from the gates, we'll get our guys onto it, we're not going to have you guys come in and lynch one of the villagers. But these two here are looking, these two Vistani are looking.
Do we take the obvious plot hook?
Do we recognize them?
No. Actually,
Because we went into, like, he and I went into the Vistani camp.
that was the one near Barovia. There's a couple of camp ships
Oh,
around
there's a
the
couple
place.
other ones.
Yes.
Okay.
But when you two first went into the inn, I think there was a couple of Vistani in Blue Water Inn.
And he was one of the
And
ones that
he was one
threatened
of them.
me.
Sorry?
He was the one that threatened me, or was that the Madame Avis one?
No, this will be one of the ones that threatened you.
Ah.
Do we take the obvious plot hook or do we continue?
Well, I mean, it could be a fight straight away. Do we want to fight?
Yeah, actually, good point. All
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Hey, it's not a creepy toy maker you're after, right? Because, you know.
Or a guy with a weird hand.
Why, hello there, gentlemen. Is there something the matter?
You piss off. We're gonna get. This is our problem. You. Oh, who are you talking to? Actually, the
The Vistani.
No. Keep your nose out of it, fucking weirdo.
I yell at him. Well, I speak in a normal voice. You would do well to answer my friend. And I use intimidation. Just moved it
That's what I mean, charisma bonuses.
Decade.
Oh, wait,
Oof. 9.
9?
Not well.
wait, is it charisma? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's charisma. I get a decent. Yeah.
Well, do you have
bonus.
Do you have proficiency in it as well?
He turns over to you as you sort of like balls,
No.
puff your chest up and yell down. He was like, "And you leave us to our business."
How far? Well, depending on whether or not to kick him in the head.
Jesus Christ!
Like turns to the
Respect.
no, like turns to the guardsman. He goes, gentlemen, we were just with Izek. We can go back and get him if there's a problem.
We got this sorted. These guys, these ones here, they're saying that one of the guys in town drowned their kids.
Do you not remember the guy in that thing earlier? There was a
What?
guy on the.
So
the
this is on the eastern side of town,
Western side.
western side. You mean
we may have been witnesses to this.
the fisherman?
That's what they're saying. They're saying that they found.
Well, the fisherman doesn't live in the village, does he?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't.
When you came back through that gate, they went, "Oh, that guy. Why is he out there fishing? Because there's never any fish in the lake."
Yeah, and he sacrificed his like wedding ring to it and stuff.
Yeah, the guys are like they're claiming they found one of their kids bundled up in a sack on the lake's edge.
He wasn't very good at it. All right, let's go.
I mean, we saw that happen, right?
Yeah.
Well,
we
from a distance.
saw a sack get put in the water. Yeah.
For what it is worth, I believe we witnessed the events that you are claiming happened.
Or at least we saw a sack get tossed into the water by him.
And the Vistani is like, they're looking at the two guys and they're like, "There's one over here. He's got our case. Go on,
Yes.
go on. He's backing it up. Let us through. We're gonna go fucking get him."
Good day. Keep on walking.
Yeah. This is going up. Yeah. We have already told the relevant authorities. Let's go.
Yeah, we already informed the authorities like about 2 days ago. Oh, how long? Was it a day or 2 days or whatever?
It was
That
an
was
amount of
weird.
time ago that we don't care.
Purely out of curiosity, what would you, as the town guards, do to this man if you decided he was guilty?
The murder of a child. Oh, he'll be hung by his neck.
All right, Vistani, what do you want out of this? Greater and above being hung from his neck until he's dead.
Oh, very much the same, but right now.
All right, well, chill.
I would suggest being patient. These men are gonna try and do what's right, and we can confirm that this man was
This
seen.
is one of our kids. Our punishment.
It's both the same punishment. It just takes a little bit more time.
Do you have special rope?
Never you mind about the special road.
Whoa!
I mean, I have some special rope in my car, but that's for other stuff. Hauling luggage, damn it! Stop looking at me like that.
Nobody asked.
Yeah. What's your plan?
Keep fucking going.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do to assist us other than like staying in town and
Other than
helping, and we
getting
don't
more
want to do
bored.
that.
Getting more bored.
No, Rin wants to do that. Let's go and get this fisherman and drag him back here.
No,
I will
we
happily split
will
the
not
Honestly,
do
this is straight up one of the Paragon or Renegade choice. Which one
Rin
do you
turns around and
wanna
heads
do?
back into town.
I will happily split the party.
Look, I'll send David with you, so you can always find us when we're all once you're done doing this.
You do not want to bring this child murdering fisherman to real justice?
Do you not believe you can collect him on your own?
Well, I would prefer if we stayed together. Nobody?
Does anybody else want to go with Ren?
I believe the authorities can act on their own accord. If they can't, we come and take over the place.
I can flip a coin.
I've already drawn
Does anyone have a coin?
I've already drawn more attention to myself than I want to by the authorities. I do not want to stay in this town much longer.
What's the holdup?
At this point, there's nothing stopping you from just going past us.
No,
Yeah,
I mean
I
like
just-
the guards getting the
I
the
can-
fishermen.
I just
Let's
tell
go
my-
away. Drain the fit on this. Go on. It's frontier justice. Go on. Get into it.
But we can't just go and hang people without a trial. The
I-
Burgomaster's got to be...
I tell my
I
horse
would
to
be
just continue.
baffled to find out that is true. I've spent time in your town. I would be baffled to find out that you can't just string people up.
Well, how about we go? How about you go and sort this out now?
one of them sort of like pulls up to the
Oh,
side.
they do not need to. I'm going to do that directly.
We can't be saying that out loud.
Oh, okay. Wink. All right. Look, I mean, we saw him do it. It's pretty much a slam dunk case. We'll just go get him, and like you. Hey, Vistani, how's this? The guards will hang him because this isn't like retribution. This is justice. But we'll all do it right now. Can we come to the party on this? A little bit of give, a little bit of take.
We'll do it within this town.
I've
all
already
folks?
I've already moved my
all
horse.
four?
I'm halfway down the road now. I've just continued on.
The paladin is not the one going for justice. I vote aye.
I believe in this town's authorities. We have told them what they need to know, and if they don't do a good job, then I'll come back and take them over. But until then, I don't.
That thing you just said then is complete horseshit. That thing you just said out of your mouth is complete horseshit.
Also, they're demonstrating they're not doing a good job.
You person who was plotting out guard routes for your assault on the Burgomaster's manor now has unwavering faith in the justice system of this town. Nah.
Now you
Before
mention it.
earlier when we saw that shit and we saw somebody drowning people, we didn't know what was going on. It was just like, hey, there's a weird thing going on the river. Maybe we'll look into that. Now it's like, hey, we witnessed some kids getting murdered. Rin has taken that hard and he's going to go do something
We saw
about
a guy throw a sack into a river. We didn't see. We
That's
didn't
drunk.
witness-
it. Hold on. No, Rin said.
Sorry, what?
Rin said on this.
All right, whatever.
Anything
Okay.
above one, rinse settle this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll give me a good chance to monitor how these people conduct their affairs.
I think this is all quite reasonable. No one really seems to be at loggerheads here. This is just sort of a time factor. Like if Vistani wants something done sort of right now, and the guards are like, oh man, there's like paperwork and shit. Nah, dude, let's move this shit along.
Guys,
we'll go and get
have you?
The same guy, the guard was like, look, get him. He's up the road. You'll spot his house straight away. His boat's always leaning up against the side.
Yep. So
Bring him down here, and we'll see what happens from there.
We,
not a problem. We will not harm a hair on his head unless he
gentlemen,
moves in the
yeah, fate conspired to have us witness these events earlier, and now they have conspired again for us to meet these people. I believe we are meant to be doing this.
Okay. I said this, Stunny. If you've got nothing else to do, if you go and find a long lost brother and sister, that should kill several hours.
There's a lot to do in this town.
Yeah.
There is a fascinating doll museum.
Yeah.
Definitely stop in
Yeah,
and talk to the lost brother and sister.
Yeah, and then go and
That's-
investigate that, and that should kill several hours. Meanwhile, we'll have sorted this out. Yeah.
All right, fine. Let's just go.
All right.
Or not go, as the case may be.
It's a short trip past.
Are you guys? You're refusing? You're just staying at the gates? Are you waiting for us?
I'm coming with.
It doesn't take much.
Cool. We're gonna dash this fisherman's brains out on the door frame of his house. It's gonna be great.
Stop tilting your head like that.
Not what I signed up for, but all right.
Not too long on the road, you find the house with the boat leaning up against the wall.
Ryan's like, oh, what's happening? It's happening again.
We're gonna leave this town in about a week, having solved every single plot point, and it'll have gotten us no closer.
Nope.
Swear to God.
There's a lot in this book that I am just like, not given anything because this could take 60,000 years to complete. It's taken us a day to do something which, yeah.
And none of it would get us closer to defeating Strider.
You find
If
the
anything, Strider's just bored out of his mind.
he dies of old. This is a vampire that dies of old age. You did this. You outlived a vampire.
Like, we're still faffing about on some side quest. He, like, shows up in the townspeople and goes, come, what the fuck?
He's sitting
I
there
come
like,
to you, okay? I come to you. Let's do this.
he's just sitting there like,
Who are you?
I don't even remember anymore.
Oh my god, you're the brother!
We saw that years ago.
Okay. House. Boat on the boat leading up against the wall. Go.
Kick door in.
Fantastic.
Roll to kick door in.
Do it.
Ow.
I bashed the fucking door in.
I like the image that Rin being like a little guy, like, walking, boom!
I get 12 on my.
So psyched up with a boom.
I get 12 on my strength check.
Okay.
Rin's
It's
not
not
wearing
a
shoes.
it's not we're not talking about a reinforced door or anything.
Like, it's open!
He's just kicking on the hinge side.
It's a pool door. No, door's like bang, like swings open aggressively, and there's just you see sitting in the room is not very well equipped. There is just like a single table, single chair. There's no pictures. There's nothing. There's no sort of anything.
I yell, take that door, and walk in.
Job
done.
Standing at the like the kitchen stove is this older gentleman just sort of like stirring a pot of water boiling away into a couple of vegetables sort of at the top. It's just like stirring it and then it sort of like stops and sort of
I
He is
pointed and
slowly
said,
up.
you are coming with us, and then grab him and just...
Knock the pot over.
That's
Spills
some-
out all over the ground.
Oh, that,
and so
that
it
was some
stops
mighty
and-
fine gumbo.
and so it stops and looks at the food on the floor and is like and looks up at you
I just start dragging him out of the house.
and just sort of keeps pace with you as you're dragging along.
Actually, probably not. You know, I probably just hold him.
What?
Fine.
What?
Detect magic.
Alright. No. Nothing.
Actually, when he did detect magic, would he notice that the battle axe from what's his face was magic? If it is magic?
We don't have it anymore.
I don't believe it was.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah. There's
Alright,
nothing,
yeah,
nothing
I
magic
start
going on there.
I still...
This guy has
You're about to get strung up from the neck until you are dead for the murder of children. How do you feel about that?
Huh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I've started walking
He's got a
towards...
thing going on.
I've started walking towards the jail house, whatever they call it.
Did you
and
do
just
it?
with the guy.
Did you kill children?
You can ask him this while we're walking.
you talk about the
The sack full of people. Or squirming something.
trying to get some fish.
What was in the sack?
Little kid.
Why would you do that?
Try and get the fish back.
Alright, let's go. Alright, could you knock him out, please?
Oh, I'm just basically... I'm just
With
walking
an
along.
investigation check,
You-
does he have like marks? Like I'm looking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you've already done it.
I'm just going to put him over my shoulder and just walk along with him.
It's going to be a 12.
12?
Actually, my passive investigation
Is probably better than that anyway. Looking over him, he always just seems to like just be looking for, unless someone's actually sort of like trying to drag his attention, somebody's just always just sort of looking forward to a passive look on his face.
So he's simple.
That would be a conclusion.
Have you ever thought about being a paladin?
I'll dash back to the gate where the Vistani are
Mhm.
and just sort of... the gentleman admitted to his crimes and we have apprehended him. If you would follow us, please.
Yeah, I've got him over my shoulder.
Yeah, the guards
I'm
are
carrying him to the guard house.
He admitted it.
He did in fact admit to drowning children.
Well, that's not that then, I guess. Let's take him to the trees.
Yeah, guys, you go on. If I don't catch up, you know, good luck. I gotta check. Go back in the house and dig around.
Alright. So, investigating the house?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it
I mean,
Rin
if there was
just
any kind
running
of curse
quickly
on,
off
if
to-
there was any kind of curse on him, you would have noticed from the detect magic.
That is 26.
Okay, yeah, peeking through the house, there it is. Just okay, 26. You find basically nothing beyond the necessities of life. There is some food in the cupboard. There is some cutlery and crockery, but again, there's no pictures. There is no indication that there has been any relationship in that place. Ever.
He's a strict follower of minimalism.
Fucking kill him.
One of those people that like just puts all the rubbish in a jar for the year.
And it's not, I'm not saying it's like one of those like completely sterile sort of places. It looks lived in. It's just there is nothing sentimental there.
Didn't you have a wife?
Are you asking that, Nelson?
Yeah. Yeah, like, well, like, didn't you have a wife at some point? I seem to remember something about, like,
Yeah, someone said he threw his wedding ring in.
yeah.
That was like the first sacrifice.
Yeah.
Was throwing the wedding ring.
She died some years ago. I didn't need the ring anymore. I figured they might get some fish back.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. What do you know about fish? You seem to have some very wild theories about how to bring fish back. Where did you conjure these ideas?
Have you tried bait?
I could do the opposite. Bait? No.
Shit, I never thought about
You
that.
don't check in the whole child. You just take a piece.
Bad things took the fish away. Tried to give the lake good things to bring it back. Bring them back.
Did somebody instruct you to do this thing?
It just made sense.
Alright.
Yeah.
I have
let's
a
bring him to the
a further
trees.
question. How did you manage to evade the guards of this town who seem to arrest anybody that isn't happy? You do not seem happy.
I'm happy.
Okay.
Alright, let's take him to the guardhouse and piss off.
Like- okay.
This problem would have resolved itself. We didn't have to do anything.
The guards lead him to a
So
tree
we're
that's
not going to get anything out of it if we're just rushing through it and throwing people at other people.
What are you talking about? We get a completely good thing about that. The reunited family.
the guards lead this man across the road to the forest edge, and one of the Vistani is already flinging a rope over one of the higher, stronger beams, and well, I don't know. Are you moving on or?
Well,
still
I
moving
still
on?
have the guy on my shoulder.
Sorry.
Still have him on my shoulder, so I give him to the.
Oh, okay, fair.
No, Rin wants to watch this.
Okay.
Oh,
Pick
Um,
him, like, just place him into the workplace.
The two guards essentially run through the sort of pronouncement of sentence, which is, by his own admission, he has taken the life of a child, and for that he shall be hung from the neck until he is dead. And the nooses run around his neck, and the two Vistani men just, with all their strength, just pull him up into the air until he's about his feet are almost a good meter off the ground, and he just sort of sits there with a look, sort of looking forwards, just
Or hangs there, you mean.
well, yeah, I said sits. No, sitting's not a thing he's doing right now. As
No,
you know,
this
as
is
he's
really
just sort of
good
looking
core
forward,
strength.
and then as the over time as he sort of strangles and asphyxiates, the eyes sort of still looking forward, but the life behind them fades. But he's no sense of struggle, no sense of panic, no sense of any emotion whatsoever.
There is something very wrong in this town.
yes. They haven't had enough of my drugs.
Yeah, it's not magic. Bro. It's the weirdest thing. I think they're just like this.
I said to the guards, all will be well, and wander off.
Now you're doing it.
The two Vistani are like, you lot did a good thing.
Rin comes over and like sort of like shakes their hands. Just
You did a good thing for us today. How can we repay you?
We did what was just, so
How about we call upon him for a favor later on?
That's a good request.
I mean, we are looking for an elf encampment in this area. We understand is near your camp. Do you perhaps know about them? You
Of
can
course, of course.
Maybe lead us there.
Of course.
that's
I
not.
thought we already knew the way there, so yeah.
I think we knew as far as to pretty much go to the Sun camp and then hope that they would tell us. Might as well cut out the middleman and just.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, I'll take that hangman's noose as well.
and
Are you
his
making
bones.
Halloween decorations now?
You're gonna get his bones as well.
No, Hangman's Noose is a...
Bones. What are you, mental? 2 sacks of bones?
Okay. Yeah, these two, as you're walking along, they start introducing themselves, and one introduces himself as Luvash, and the other one as Aragal. And they're like, what are you chasing the elves for? That lot of a sorry bunch.
We're following a prophecy from one of your people gave to us.
You've been talking to nutty old bag at the other lot, haven't you?
Madam Ava, yes.
Yes, the nutty old bag.
They're a fucking weird bunch, those ones.
Takes
Haven't
all-
worked out how to live in this land properly yet.
takes
We are on a quest to destroy Strahd.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Lofty goal, that one.
I
I
suppose.
would like to roll insight on what he thinks of that.
Yeah.
11.
Definitely intrigued at the suggestion.
I love the idea of going around and saying that to literally everybody and like,
Yeah, there's like, it's a lofty goal.
Not really. He's a vampire.
It is the path that destiny has laid before us.
Evil always loses.
oh,
I think we're going to die.
I think they're going to attack us.
I hope so.
who the Vistani?
Yeah.
All right. Still walking down. Is like,
We just helped them. We just did a sub-quest and now they're in our debt.
True.
And we can totally fucking take them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
but so this is the destiny thing you said, was it?
Yeah.
You're far along that thing then?
Very far. We've already collected 3 of our predictions so far. 2 or 3?
Okay.
2.
1.
Out of character, yeah, you think you've got 2. In character, you saying 2?
Yes.
Actually, we have none.
I would be like, we do not
Think.
need to share the specifics of our prophecy
And
with
where
these
is it?
gentlemen. No
He
offense.
hasn't.
Does he?
I don't know.
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
None
You
taken.
don't
You
know.
guys
Yeah,
have
but
done
I'm,
the
no,
same.
I'm saying this out of character. We have nothing.
So?
Nothing
Like, we
wrong.
don't have the wizard, we don't have any of the items.
Well, I mean, technically we do have
But-
one
but-
kind. One kind is just hiding.
We talked about this before. We 100% have the item.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. We
What?
just don't have
He
it
gave
right.
it to his friend.
We just
No, we
don't
didn't.
have
He's
it with
still got
us.
it.
He's
Oh, I
got
thought
it.
you gave it to, what's his name?
What is his name?
Mordecai.
Yeah, yeah.
No. We 100% have the...
Oh, okay, I thought you actually gave it to him.
And what if I did?
No, but that's what I'm saying. If, like, we don't have any items.
Yeah, okay, but that's like I put it in a sack and now I don't have it because it's in the sack. Like,
Well, no,
we
because
have
if you'd given it to
We
the
have
guy,
thing.
we, like, that's us not having it.
Like the sack would have it, so we wouldn't have it. It's there.
Also-
We've got it.
It's in a safe place.
Yeah.
Also, when the time comes, Mordecai is just going to pop up, like, cast spells and give you the amulet.
You hope.
I know.
Okay.
Because Mordecai is not a fucking idiot.
Well,
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 depends
don't be your
where he is in his no cycle.
I thought he got knocked down on the motorcycle because of animals.
Well, you never know what's going to upset him and put him into a cycle again. Just,
He may have a bad day.
Mordecai.
but yeah. That was terrible. I could freely admit it.
What I was getting at there is like, while Rin is all too happy to be like, we're going to take down Strahd and we have a prophecy, like sharing the specifics of the prophecy with other people, like random us like this, probably not great.
Seems to be the quickest way to fuck up a prophecy,
Yeah.
really, is to go around talking about how you're going to embellish it.
Fine. Well, then, we were a little under halfway to completing the prophecy.
What was the other one that we don't know shit about? There's the
There's five
knows
pieces.
yeah.
It's the
We've
breaking
got two. The next one is the sword
Sword.
behind the amber doors, and then the last ones are
It's like a
more
physique.
vague. One is about finding information about his dark secret, and then the last one is about his lair. So
Yeah, do we want to bandy those around and see if they've got any insight on that? Because we got fuck all for those.
I feel like that's not anything anyone's going to really know other than until we get to the castle.
we did do that with the angel as well. The angel told us that the information is going to be kept close to Strahd. So like one of the cards is one of the cards is about like you'll find his dark secrets somewhere,
Yeah.
something like that. And we did ask the angel, and the angel was like, "That's probably going to be in his castle." I haven't been keeping track.
Right
of this
now,
shit.
we're
I just
looking.
feel like we're not trying to action those because they are sort of vague enough. It's we're sort of putting it off, and maybe maybe like you ask the right person the right question. It's like, oh no, like here's like an actual thing that you can go and do to do that.
Okay, so it's knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. That which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place to which he must return.
So the castle.
Somewhere in the castle.
The one
And then-
place to which you must return. So probably his coffin.
And then the last one is
Like here's the thing, like we're guessing a lot there.
yeah.
That could be purely poetry, and it's like another place entirely. It could be a cave
Yeah.
with fucking strolls in it.
And so yeah, we have been asking people about that. Like maybe that might be something to raise with Morty at some point.
Yeah.
But
And
at the
then,
moment, the places we need to go are the amber.
Yeah,
place
but-
and
yeah,
his
yeah.
castle. That's
Yeah,
allowed.
that's cool. But like we know
so-
what we know.
So,
I'm just worried like we're not like kicking the tires of the shit that we don't know.
Nalak says that we're just under halfway. How do we proceed on them?
I was like, and what do you need with the elves?
Oh, apparently,
we have business with the elves. That is all you need to know.
yes.
Right.
What is your opinion of Strahd?
What's your opinion of the elves?
Yeah, I was going to say the elves, yeah.
They said that they were a bloody bunch.
Yeah, kind of want to. Why would you say that?
Strahd keeps a tight hold on this place.
And
Well, our lot, we can get in or out. So, it's all sunshine for us. We can get out anytime we like, get back in. We make a pretty penny here. But, if he was gone, we'd still make a penny here. Don't really care. Don't know why I started going with this accent. I was going
Yeah,
I was going for a bit more of an Eastern European thing before.
Man with a
Now
weird
he's a
arm.
bad boyardi.
Have you ever met a man with a weird arm? Because you sound a lot like that.
Originally at the Vistani is sort of like the Eastern European sort of thing, and I don't know where I've swung so heavily away from that one.
back in the old country.
And a question on what was it?
The elves.
Elves.
We do have business with the elves in regards to the prophecy. How do you find
We
them?
didn't say anything about the prophecy. But
Yeah,
But,
yeah, we very specifically said that we just have business with them.
the
I thought you
elves.
did to begin with. I
We
thought you
did
said
to
it
begin
was-
with. We
yeah.
said that we're following a prophecy.
Yeah.
Well, you did to begin with.
Yeah. Well, no, you said
but that wasn't
prophecy
specifically to do with the elves. We just said we want the elves and we're also following prophecies.
first. I said it had to do with the elves, but yeah, you said prophecy first.
The elves fell the sad side of Strahd.
The sad side,
They suffered his wrath,
unlike everyone else.
more so.
Oh,
Elves are long living, but they're not going to survive. There's no women left. There's no children left. They were all killed.
the women and children too.
We're going
Just the
we're
women and
going-
children.
we're going to an elf sausage party.
And now the remaining men
An
are
emo
just The remaining men of their people are just living out the remainder of their lives with no chance of.
Sad, but also like real peaceful.
They still have a beer.
Like this is awful, but also like
That's what happens.
Just old elves playing with train sets.
Just
Playing chess
But-
all day.
those elves
Only eating bacon.
are fading into distant memory because they pissed off Strahd.
in any particular way, or just like being elves. Some offense.
Oh, I am not an elf.
Yes.
I imagine just being an elf is punishment enough.
Ooh. Oh, you're not an elf.
I am not an elf. And I will thank you to stop assuming that.
Just assume you're
So,
species.
so what actually is the difference between an Eladrin and an elf? If you don't mind my asking.
Well, I believe in the parlance of your people. Elves are like the Eladrin's redneck cousins.
That is beautifully
That is
succinct.
some solid Will Wheaton going on there.
I couldn't think of a better way of explaining it.
It lands so well. You nailed it.
That's beautiful.
The elves made the mistake of harbouring someone that Strahd was after. Strahd found out and punished them about 4 centuries ago.
Oh, that's a few centuries ago. And
Yeah.
who was that?
The stories say that it was one of his brides.
One of his brides. Calm down.
What about his brides?
The elves harboured one of his brides.
Yes, but what do you mean his brides?
When a mummy and a daddy
Like,
know each other very
yeah,
well.
like-
Oh, I understand
They
the
spent a
concept.
hell of a lot of money on a fancy party for a day, and they regret the cost for a little while. Then after that, tax gets a little bit easier, but a little bit harder.
And then everybody stops asking when you're going to get married, and now they start asking when you're going to have kids.
Yeah, tell me about
When
it.
you're going to have vampire babies.
Are you taking his name? But yeah, there's a whole therapy session right there. These guys, they harbored one of his brides. Well, tried to get away.
So why was this before or after he became a vampire?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. I imagine after.
So yeah, location, like exactly where these elves are.
They're just a little bit further down the hill from our camp.
Cool, let's go.
You really can't miss it. And yeah, as you keep on walking on, you come across.
Oh wait, should we ask them about the Amber Temple?
No.
You come across the colours of a Vistani camp, and these two peel off, and so it's just like keep on down the hill. But I wouldn't suggest you get spotted down there because you might make his bad books.
Strahd's bad books.
Yeah.
I imagine us murdering some of his vampire minions 2 days ago probably already landed us firmly in those books.
Yeah, and we've also
That probably would be the case. Yeah.
yeah. So
He's either shitty at us already or like doesn't care about us at all. There's really no middle ground here.
You could not perhaps give us introductions with these elves down the way, or do you not actually interact with them at all?
The boss of the lot, I think he goes by the name of like Casimir.
Casimir.
Ask for Casimir.
Casimir.
Reigns of Casimir.
Alright, let's mosey on over.
Let's do that.
And then that.
Didn't get to fucking see.
Hey, you could have fought some Vistani. That was an option you could have done, or fought some guards.
we still can.
You just go randomly punch
We didn't have any
Vistani.
reason to fight them.
Alright, we're outside of the city. Just declare a duel on one of the others, and then you guys can just have a fight amongst yourselves.
I apologise. There's not been a lot of combat in this
We
one.
need gold
But
showers.
Let's just turn
It's
it
all
around.
your fault, Ryan.
God damn it, Ryan! Walk out and get a drink so we can talk about you while you're not here.
But there's going to be spots where you're going to have like sessions on sessions, which is going to be fighting orientated. So
No, yeah.
Are
take
you
it.
actually
Fighting
apologizing? I
orientated.
feel like we should be apologizing for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When we go a whole session without managing to fuck shit up,
Yeah,
I
that-
feel like we should apologize to you
It
about
is
that.
purely our fault there's no fighting.
Fighting orientated or dodging orientated?
Fucking hell.
Alright. Wait, are we continuing or stopping that?
This could actually probably be a good little spot because going from that to the Amber Temple is all going to be fairly quick succession. So probably a good break point, and we can
It is 6:30.
we can pick this up at the
Wrap
next
up a
one.
bit earlier.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming. And if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.